Dave, yesterday I had to run to the Dollar Tree, pick up some milk, and I threw on, my winter parka and some sweatpants, put some wool socks on, and Timberland boots, and I got outside. I was like, God, it is way hotter than I thought. Like, this July just crept up on me, and it was terrible, terrible weather outside.
Joe, there's no such thing as bad weather. There's just unsuitable clothing.
You're trying to tell me my winter parka and wool socks is unsuitable for July weather?
Yes.
Well, I don't know. Where would I go get clothing that is suitable for July weather?
You go to the first official partner of the Boston Sports Nerds Network. You go to neweatherclothingco.com. That's the letters neweatherclothingco.com for all your tank tops, bucket hats, t-shirts. You can go to the Dollar Tree feeling comfortable, suitable clothing. You'll be good to go. No more winter parkers, Joe.
Hold up!
My name is Dave. This is Joe.
I listened to that podcast and I was like, I am willing.
That sounds really cool. And then Chris Humphrey's hard fouls. Kevin Garnett pushes him straight into the third row. Let's go. My name is Dave. This is Joe. Let's go.
This is the Boston Sports Nerds Podcast, the B.S.N Show.
Joe, you got anything you want to say before you go?
No, we have talked a lot.
We have nothing left in the tank.
Let's go.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the 28th, right?
Yes.
28th episode? Jesus Christ, you think I'd learned that before I started
I thought
the
you
show.
were saying the date. I was the 4th of July was yesterday.
I'm pretty sure it's the 28th. This is the 28th episode of the Boston Sports Nerds Podcast, the BS Nerd Show. My name is Dave. Of course, I'm accompanied by my two fellow nerds here, Aaron and Joe. How are you two?
What up, what up?
There we go.
Glory be to the Mormons. We've landed ourselves the Prince of the Yaz Flute.
Yeah.
He is in Boston.
He's here at last. So that drama's done after a very weird day yesterday.
Yeah, what the fuck was that about?
That was odd. I still am not 100% positive that he's with the Celtics.
Yeah,
I still kind of feel like
I'm waiting for the agent to come out and be like, yeah,
Yeah, we didn't.
I didn't realize their jerseys were green.
Right.
So
we gotta think this whole thing over.
Gordon
again.
doesn't really look good in green.
Right. Yeah.
Although the Jazz have alternates that
have
are green.
alternate greens. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
The Yaz Flutes.
The Utah Yazzes. One of, I think it's 9 teams in professional sports that don't end with an S.
Also, one
Utah
of
Jazz.
the worst named franchises. The least, not
Least
worst
fitting.
named, but yeah, least fitting.
Least fitting. Yeah, I believe that they moved from New Orleans.
Yeah, which would have been fitting.
Right.
They should make a swap with the Pelicans.
They should.
I don't know if
I don't know if
Pelicans
Pelicans are a big Utah
are
thing,
native to...
but it can't be worse than Utah
There's a
Jazz.
lake there, right?
In
So-
Utah?
the Salt Lake.
That's true. You got me there for a minute. I was like, no. But then as soon as you said that, yeah, I'm convinced. That's like the Lakers. I think we've done that before on here too. They were supposed to be. They were originally the
What if
Minneapolis
we did
Lakers.
a 3-team trade of names, and they became the Los Angeles Pelicans,
Yeah.
the Utah Lakers,
Yeah.
and the New Orleans
Jazz.
Jazz?
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. We should do that. We should get into that.
So he's going from one of the least aptly named franchises to one of the most aptly named.
Probably
franchises.
the most, I would say.
Also my favorite basketball team, so I'm happy about that.
San Antonio Spurs is pretty good.
Yeah, that's
a real good
one.
And Miami Heat. There are some good ones.
Yeah, but like the Toronto Raptors,
Yeah, but where does that ever fit? You know what I mean? Like where
they're
do
all
you...
dead. So
Right. Yeah, that's true. You'd have to be like the Toronto Pangea Raptors. That would have
Pangea Raptors.
You'd have to be the Pangea Raptors. So yeah, we got Gordon Hayward. That's exciting. It leads to kind of a problem though that the Celtics need to
dump Cap.
Yeah, and
I heard that it was if they were okay if they lost one of either Rozier, Smart, or Crowder's contracts.
I think you need Crowder's gone.
And
And you either need Smart or Rozier. I think that's an and deal,
then,
like an and or.
Danny Ainge is gonna cancel the signing
Right.
because he doesn't want to have to get rid of Rozier.
You know the Key and Peele GIF, whatever, with
It's GIF. Don't let anyone
GIF.
tell you
Okay,
it's
yeah,
GIF.
yeah.
That's a peanut butter.
Where Peele is just sweating profusely.
Yes.
Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
It said The Utah Jazz said they would sign and trade Gordon Hayward to the Boston Celtics for the 2091 second-round pick, and Danny's response is just Peel sweating like he didn't want to do it. But they did get the firework that they wanted on the 4th of July. I'm very excited to have
Are you
Gordon Hayward.
okay with Kelly Olynyk being gone?
Yeah.
As you should be.
Right, yeah. I mean, good, not great player.
Do I want to meet the Boston Celtics fan that's like, I don't know, we had to give up Kelly Olynyk.
Yeah, but
He really had some promise.
I've had a couple of guys tell me that he thinks that the Celtics are actually going to be worse now.
What?
Because the depth that they're going to have to give up. If they're going to have to lose Crowder, and a lot of people are saying Smart/Bradley,
No.
That's a lot.
No. You're not losing Crowder. You're upgrading Crowder.
Right.
It's not like, oh, he's going to be on the bench now. It's going to be like, no, we got a better Crowder.
Right.
So just imagine he was a better player.
Right.
And then
But they say his defensive ability and his toughness, you're going to lose that. Hayward's a very good two-way
player. We're going to have a guy who doesn't shoot 25% from the field.
That's true. That is true. I like Gordon Hayward. I'm not.
He also
averaged
like 5 assists and 5 rebounds too.
Yeah, just about. Yeah, right around there. Yeah.
So I mean,
he's a good player, and he's a good defensive player. He had a 10-point something win share on the defense, like a defensive win share, which is the highest of his career, which is good. I don't know what the league average is, but he's gotten better defensively every year.
I am one of the least. How do I want to state this? I don't like Crowder, so I'm happy he's gone. Mm-hmm. And I would much rather have Gordon Hayward.
Me too. And I refuse to believe that you got the second best free agent last year in Al Horford, right? And the number 3 pick in the draft. And then you got the best free agent to move, because Steph Curry's a free agent, sure, but...
Kevin Durant.
And Kevin Durant?
He was technically a free agent.
But he wasn't.
I'm just saying, he was.
That's why I'm saying with the caveat to move. Like he's a free agent to go anywhere. You know what I mean? And so you got the best free agent this year. I don't consider Durant. They were, but they, they're technicalities or whatever. But you got the second best, and then the best, and 2 top 3 picks. In the meantime, you didn't get worse.
No,
you know what I mean? Like you didn't get worse, and then you go back and you look at the roster 4 years ago, when they traded Kevin Garnett and those guys, and it was Danny Ainge's and Brad Stevens' first year. It was Chris Wilcox, Kelly Olynyk, Courtney Lee.
Yeah, this is
Jared Sullinger.
I know. Last week, you played that Nick Wright clip, and I was like, oh yeah, listen to him. He's a goddamn genius. But he ripped on Danny Ainge in that clip when he said like all he's ever done is made a deal with his buddy for whatever, whatever.
Yeah, the Kevin McHale deal and then the Nets deal,
which happened. The Nets deal, but he's like glossing over trading for Isaiah Thomas, practically nothing, and trading for Jay Crowder and getting rid of Rondo for practically nothing. Like, you know what I mean?
Right, absolutely.
Has it really been publicized? What did they give up to get IT?
They give up Marcus Smart and a first round pick. Jesus Christ, Marcus Thornton and a first round pick. Nothing.
No,
so nothing.
It was Dallas first.
It was the Dallas first, which was like super late.
Yeah, which is a playoff.
It was a playoff anyway.
One.
So at the time, it was a playoff one.
Right.
So they're going to have their starting lineup now is projected to be. They brought Zizic over.
Yeah.
So I think their starting lineup now is projected to be IT. Bradley is still on the team as of right now.
Yeah.
Hayward, then Horford and Zizic.
I think they're going to trade Bradley, and Jaylen Brown's going to be a starting 2 guard.
Yep.
You think he plays 2?
Yeah, that's what they had him do in the summer game.
What about Hayward playing 2?
No, I don't think so. They could.
How tall is Gordon Hayward?
6'7". I think he's the same as Jaylen Brown. They're both right around 6'7". But here's the roster from 4 years ago where they started. This is the 2013-2014 roster.
All right.
Joel Anthony, Chris Babb, Brandon Bass, Jared Bayless, Vander Blue, Keith Bogans, Avery Bradley, Marshawn Brooks, Jordan Crawford, Vitor Favorani, Jeff Green, Chris Humphries, Chris Johnson, Courtney Lee, Kelly Olynyk, Phil Pressey, Rajon Rondo, Jared Sullinger, Jared Wallace. There's one guy that's still on the team, and he's probably going to be traded this offseason. It's Avery Bradley. The second part of that is, how the fuck did Danny go from this, right?
Yeah.
These 15, 16 guys to now we're like, I don't want that guy to go, and I don't want that guy to go, and I don't want that guy to go. Like, don't trade Tatum, don't trade Brown, don't trade Bradley. We could get rid of Smart, sure. You know what I mean? Don't trade your starting power forward.
I'm on the don't trade Smart thing.
I meant Crowder. I'm sorry. Don't trade.
You
can get rid of Crowder.
Please,
don't trade Smart. Don't trade IT. Don't trade
Crowder cuts in. Crowder cuts into the time for Brown and Tatum.
Right. There's a log jam at small forward that is a real issue if they don't move Crowder.
Well, if you can play, it makes sense if you're going to play Jaylen Brown at
the 2.
At the 2.
Right.
And then you're going to play. See, I think Gordon Hayward's game, his style of play fits better as a 2 guard. Whereas a big athletic he's not really a shooter, but he's more of like a slasher, fits better at the 3.
Yeah, but Gordon Hayward can slash too. Like,
yeah,
he's
but
not
he
just a
can
jump
shoot.
shooter. Yeah, but so can Jaylen.
Yeah, but not as good as Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, no, that's true. But I don't know. Like
who's better at
Jaylen's
handling the ball? It's probably Gordon Hayward. He has 5 assists.
If you're gonna move Hayward to the 2,
and then you alternate Brown and Tatum.
You're gonna have to because Tatum's tall.
Yeah,
he's taller.
Tatum is not a 2.
He's not.
Tatum is a 3 or a 4.
He's a 3 or 4.
Right.
He's. I know they have him listed.
I think he's an inch taller than.
I was gonna say they have him listed at like 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah.
But he's visibly taller than Brown.
He's not a 2 to me.
Because Brown has all that hair. Tatum's got a clean cut, and he's easily taller than him.
Yeah, they're 1 inch different. 6'7" and 6'8".
Yeah. When you see them standing next to each other, he definitely feels like he's bigger.
Yeah, I think that's also due to the fact that Jaylen Brown's a little bit thicker. Like, I think he's a bigger body than Jaylen. I'm sorry, I keep saying I got all these names fucked up. Jason Tatum to me is thicker. Jaylen Brown is lanky to me. Like, he's long. Thin. He's a real lean kind of guy.
Yeah, but he looks. I'm just saying, like, we watch the same game. He looks taller.
No, I get that. Yeah.
I mean, what about the Zizic guy? Has anyone seen him play?
Yeah, he played on Monday.
He's not bad.
Yeah. He's not
Do
bad.
you think he can make the leap to the starting lineup?
If he had to, yeah. Like, I think he'd be like a Tristan Thompson type, like not
just
a great player, just
whatever.
Yeah, be raw, be in the way. You know what I mean? Like kind of a log.
Get a rebound if you need it.
Yeah, he's a good. He showed the ability to get some offense. He's everything he's built.
Have you
out
heard
to be.
about potential trade target, a certain center?
Yes, and I am not sure that I love it.
Marc Gasol?
Yeah,
I think I really like it.
I do.
He is older though.
He's older. You're bringing in a lot of money.
You're bringing in a lot of white.
A lot of white. You're just,
we're Boston. That's what we specialize in.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it just kind of plays into that fire.
My problem with Marc Gasol is that
at least they're drafting black guys.
That's
what I'm saying. Like, I'm waiting for that to come down about Hayward. Oh, they went out and got the...
Yeah. You know
that story's coming.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing about Marc Gasol is he averaged less rebounds than Al Horford last year.
Yeah.
Not a great rebounder for a guy.
But Horford would still be there.
Right.
So it's not like you're trading one away for the other.
No, but I'm saying, like, Marc Gasol, a guy who's 7'1", 7'2", should be your best rebounder coming onto the team, and he's not.
I agree with you that he won't be a good rebounder.
Yeah.
But defensively,
he's a good rim protector.
He is,
which is true.
One of the better ones in the league.
To me, he is
and he can score.
7-foot Al Horford.
Yeah, but
I think he handles the
ball. I would be
well.
okay with that.
I'm okay with it, but I just don't think it cures.
I think he makes your team. I mean, offensively, how do you stop them?
If you have to lose Bradley, now here's what they were talking about to make the money work. You might have to give up either Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum, Jay Crowder, and Avery Bradley
for the deal. For the
money work for Gasol. I don't like that.
I don't like that.
Yeah, but not only that, but you still have to make the money work for Gordon Hayward.
Right. So now,
wait, what was the deal?
It would have to be Jay Crowder,
Avery Bradley,
and Tatum or Crowder. Jesus Christ,
and probably some picks.
And yeah, probably some picks. Yeah, that's too much.
I don't know if it's too much because he's older. If it was a younger center,
if we're talking about
if it was Anthony Davis
4 years ago,
well, obviously if it's Anthony Davis.
But to me, they're like similar guys.
But if it was like, I would do it for Rudy Gobert.
I don't know. Well, that's a really good segue.
Yeah.
You set me up real nice. He sucks. Rudy Gobert. He's a really good basketball player, and I would take him on the Celtics in a heartbeat. His internet trolling is not funny. Like, it's not cool. Like,
It's a sad puppy.
The hoes
Hoes
ain't
ain't loyal.
These hoes ain't
the
loyal.
Jose Loyal thing. Fuck off. I cannot wait for Rudy Gobert to become a free agent,
Oh, he'll leave.
and he'll leave. Right.
Why
And
would
then
you stay?
Right. Why would you?
Well, that's what I'm waiting
Think
for.
about think
Right.
about if you're Gordon Hayward. Think about if you're Gordon Hayward.
Yeah.
I can stay in the West, which
Right.
just became like full of fucking super teams.
I might not make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right. Like, who knows?
Or I could go to this team that was the best team in the Eastern Conference next
Right.
year
Right.
and hasn't lost anyone.
Yeah. Except for Amir Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and Olenek
Kelly
hasn't
Now,
been signed.
Kelly
Yeah,
Olynyk.
right,
Did he
right.
sign with anybody yet?
No,
No,
but
not
he's
yet.
gone. He's going to leave.
Yeah, because
I guess the Maverick.
they rescinded their
Shocker
offer.
here. The Mavericks are interested in him. Oh,
Makes
you're
sense.
telling me there's a big white guy who can shoot threes?
Right. Sounds
Sign him up.
perfect.
Usha Mazzilli, put him on the board.
I like what I found really interesting was that Amir Johnson signed with the Sixers, and Danny supposedly called like, whoa, wait, before you sign Amir, we could sign him to a contract and trade him away to you, and that'll help open up some money for us, right? So would you be interested in a sign and trade? And Philly says, yeah, sure. What do you want? And Danny goes, Jahlil Okafor, maybe Jahlil Okafor. I said, sure,
What?
done. They had a deal. It was good. If you sign and trade someone, you have to sign him for 3 years. So the Sixers are like, well, wait, we got to sign Amir Johnson's going to be on our books for 3 years? No, we're good.
Can we
don't
talk
want that.
about what Philly's doing?
They're really good.
No. Fuck this. Trust the process nonsense.
All right.
Do you think Philly is good enough to win a championship this year?
No.
Then why the fuck are they signing JJ Redick
right.
and
JJ Redick for $24 million.
and they signed someone else. I can't think of who it is. It was another person. They signed JJ Redick and another guy to 1-year contracts worth like 20-something million.
Here's why. You draw it in, you get the crowd behind you, you make it worth their while. They've been trusting the process now for a few years. They're going to win a good amount of games.
They'll make the playoffs.
They'll probably be like the 4th seed in the East because the East is awful.
Whoa. You don't know that. No, half these guys haven't even touched the floor.
Listen,
With those free agents you're bringing in, and if they can even
Markelle
get
Fultz
half those teams.
Markelle Fultz has yet to play an NBA game. Ben Simmons has yet to play an NBA game.
Right.
Joel Embiid has played like 30.
31.
last year, he played 30 last year. Yeah, right.
Played 31.
Or yeah.
You have Jahlil Okafor.
That's
That
like
one
30.
game.
Yeah, that's like 30.
So, I mean, that's a big leap to say, oh, these three guys.
Sarge
who-
in his second year, Embiid, Okafor is a good squad.
yeah, if Embiid is healthy,
If Embiid's healthy, even if not, Okafor and Sarge is a good
it's a good
front
squad.
court.
It's a good squad.
Then
but
you get yourself JJ Redick,
who's
a good
is
player.
not worth $20-something million.
Absolutely not. But here's why it's a good deal for the Sixers. Next year, you get $24 million off the books. That is a max player. So, or right around there. You're going to be right there. So it's an expiring contract. They signed themselves up to be a little bit better than they would have been. It's exciting because they're going to win more games. So trusting the process is now good for the fans because they might win 30, 40 games, however many. You would think that they'd be better based on the fact that they're acquiring talent. You know what I mean? Like that's...
Yeah, but I just don't understand the deal for 1 year if you're not going to win.
Because now you have all that money again next year.
I know, but why even spend it this year? Like,
Because
why?
Because
do
you
it?
have to. You have to. There's a basement.
Yeah, but
You
why
have to spend
not?
money.
Instead of spending $24 million on JJ Redick and however much money they spent on this other person I can't think of,
Right.
why not go spend money on someone worthwhile, like actually who can help you long term?
Who though? Like Paul Millsap? You need another big guy.
Paul
Jeff Teague,
Millsap
you need
helped
another
you
guard?
out. Paul Millsap helped you out more than JJ Redick for 1 year.
Yeah, but Paul Millsap wanted more than 1 year.
So you sign him for more than 1 year.
Yeah, but what does that do to your front court?
Then you can trade away fucking Jahlil Okafor.
Yeah, I mean they can get rid of Okafor anyway. To me, I think it's brilliant because you're guaranteeing yourself max contract money next year. So if Sarge, Simmons, Fultz, Embiid are all good and they're really good, you're going to be able to add a max player to that. If they're not, then you reevaluate the process. You know what I mean? Like then you got to examine that when you can. You can't mail it in when you might have something. You know what I mean? Like
I feel like they don't have anything yet.
but you might. You don't know because
Yeah.
since none of them hit the floor, which you're right, I agree with that.
The Charlotte Hornets might have something.
But you have to spend the money. So why financially handcuff yourself if you can free yourself a year from now. Next June, you could be sitting there like, okay, we got $40 million to spend. We also have a pick, probably. You know what I mean? Like, we probably going to have one of these picks. And max money. Who's available next year? Let's get to talking. You know what I mean? Like,
well, they're going to have max money for who's available next year.
LeBron James is a free
Regardless.
agent next year, probably.
He's not going
I know
to
he's not
Philly.
going to Philly, but what if that team wins 45 games? And they get to the second round of the Eastern playoffs? Because the East
They
sucks.
would be the Cleveland Cavaliers, but now with LeBron James.
But with more freedom, I think, because I think that if those guys hit, that's more talented.
I don't
than
think
Cleveland.
if they win 45 games that they would still not. They would.
I
Still
don't think
not
LeBron's
get
going to.
LeBron.
I don't think
He's gonna
LeBron's
go.
going to go to Philly.
If he's not
But-
on the Cavaliers, he's going west.
But if you're not thinking like that as an owner, then you're not trying. You know what I mean? You have to continue to. Free
I guess I
yourself.
see it a little bit more now that you're talking, but I still don't. I personally wouldn't sign JJ Redick for $24 million.
I don't love JJ Redick, but he does. He fills a need for it. You need a scorer off
JJ
the
Redick
bench.
is a really good guy if you're gonna win a championship, and I don't think Philly's gonna win a championship.
If Simmons hits and Fultz hits, JJ Redick's the perfect sixth man.
This is my
If they don't hit, then you got yourself a scorer.
This
off the-
is my
you know.
problem with the 76ers and now the Minnesota Timberwolves, who I used to be really into, them being a cool young team.
Yeah,
People are starting to crown them
right.
before anything has happened yet.
Right. But that's off-season hype. That always
Like,
happens.
the
The
minute-
Patriots are supposed to. What do we do about the Patriots? Oh, they added this guy. Oh my god.
Yeah, but the
They're gonna win a
Patriots
Super
have
Bowl
done
next year.
something. They won a championship last year and then got better.
Right. Yeah.
On
Yeah.
paper, they got
Right.
better.
But like Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns are good. They're good players.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Butler is too. So he said, man, you add Brandon Cooks to Tom Brady.
But like people are calling them a super team. Jimmy Butler, Andrew Wiggins, and Karl Anthony Towns are a super team now.
right.
Like, is Andrew Wiggins considered a superstar, or is he
Not
still
yet.
rising?
No, he's still rising. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's
I don't love-
I saw a graphic the other day with like Golden State, Oklahoma City with Paul George and a guy who just averaged a triple double, and then like the Houston Rockets and the Minnesota. Like, why are they being added with those teams?
I think Minnesota's better than the Thunder.
They're not with Paul George.
Yeah, I think so.
No way.
I think
no way are they better than.
I think
the
right
Thunder
now
with
those
Paul
rosters
George.
are better.
No way.
Yes, absolutely.
There's no way in hell.
Absolutely. Karl Anthony Towns is one of the best big men in the world.
That's nice. That's the only person on that team that is going to be better than anyone on Oklahoma City.
Jimmy Butler
is not better than Paul George.
He's not.
And Andrew Wiggins could only dream about being as good as Russell Westbrook.
Wiggins, who was it? Teague that signed with them?
Teague, yeah.
Teague, Wiggins, Towns, Butler is better than George Westbrook. It's absolutely better.
I
Having
don't
depth.
think they. I
You
think
got to play 5 positions on the court.
I think
That's
Paul
better.
George and Russell Westbrook will win more games this year than the Minnesota Timberwolves. They made the
You wanna
playoffs.
put like a beer bet on that?
They made the playoffs without Paul George, and Paul George
that's
is
true. That's
one
true.
of the top 3 small forwards in the NBA.
They were like the 6th seed.
Were they?
Right.
I thought they were the 8th seed. No,
They had the Rockets
no, yeah,
in
they
the
were
first
the 6th
series,
seed.
so it was like 6-3, I think,
Yeah.
right? They were the 6th seed.
What were the Wolves? The 5 seed?
Yeah. No, did the Wolves make the playoffs? I don't know.
I think they did. I think they
Here's
did.
the real question, because we're talking about the West. We're all enamored with what's going on in the West.
It's just unreal.
We were talking about it today. You were saying like, oh, how are they even making the? What teams in the East are going to make the playoffs?
Everyone.
No,
in the East.
but my point is, there's no like past the Celtics. Who is there?
Eric Spoelstra might make the playoffs this year.
I brought it up while we were at work today because that Brooklyn pick scares me now. Because
Brooklyn could make the playoffs.
They could be the 8th seed with like 35 wins.
Yeah.
They really could. And it's like you have
Maybe
Cleveland.
now is the time to trade it.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
And the LA pick, I kind of like more now because that
Yeah,
conference is stacked.
Nick Young went to
And Nick Young went to the Thunder?
No.
Warriors.
Warriors.
To the Warriors.
And Omri Kasipi, too, which is crazy.
and it's only going to
Caspi.
it's only going to
It's,
cost
it's only going to
them-
get worse.
It's only going to cost them $10 million more on their
It's only going to
tax.
get worse.
It's crazy. You're right. It will.
Yeah, it's only going to... People are just going to flood to the Warriors now. Just like they did with LeBron in Miami.
Yep.
You want a ring? It's the Patriots effect.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Difference is they don't have to pay like taxes on the cap. They play within the cap.
Yeah, they got right.
There's like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that they don't play within the rules. It's just there's no
They
hard
do.
cap.
Just imagine that Kevin Durant is Tom Brady. That's what they did.
Well, all right, so we had that discussion. I looked at the contract that he got. So he got what, 30? What was it? What was his contract?
Who?
Durant. What did he get? It was
2 years,
50 million,
43 or 53?
It was 53.
2 years, 53 million.
And they were acting like that was the biggest pay cut they've ever seen in the NBA.
It is.
How?
Because he could get...
How much does he make?
Steph Curry got what?
$206 million.
Over how many years?
5.
Okay,
Kevin Durant could get that contract.
Once again, I think they shouldn't get paid that much money anyway.
But that's the business.
But that's
you
but,
can't hold.
but that's what you have to look at. So Kevin Durant took a 2-year, $53 million contract. Steph Curry got $200 million.
Right.
Kevin Durant is going to get $200 million.
Steph Curry's going to make $40 million this year. Kevin Durant's going to make 53
over
in 2 years. You know what I mean? Like that's a $13 million. And
that's what he's leaving on the table.
I get
my
what you're
point
saying.
is, and this is my whole point when people say like, and I said that, why don't players do that all the time?
Well, there's a basement.
No, I get that they have to hit a certain money level,
Right.
But you could. I never understood why you can like a LeBron. He's never done it, even though he claims he does the same thing as Durant. Why don't you go to a team and say, "Listen, I'll take the league veteran minimum. I'll take the $3 million."
I don't think LeBron's ever taken the absolute max, has he?
The absolute max, I don't know.
No. I'm not saying he's taking the absolute max, but he never takes like
A pay cut like that. No.
he never goes. Listen, just give me whatever you can and
I
fit
want
me
to say
in.
when he went to Miami, him and Bosch and Wade all signed for like $14 million.
Yeah, they weren't
$16 million.
making
It wasn't
that
a
much.
lot. It wasn't a lot.
But he also signed $1 billion shoe deal.
right.
That's my point. Is that some of these guys
LeBron's
make
not
so
hurting for
much
money.
more money off the court. Why don't they do that to stay on a team?
right.
KD's the only one that has that idea.
Money talks, man.
Here's the deal. If we start making money on this podcast, would you go to Sheffield like, hey, don't worry about it. I make money elsewhere. You could just pay me minimum wage. You can put me back down to what
But I also
started at.
wouldn't. But I also wouldn't go to them and be like, "Listen, you need to bump me up by
Dog,
like
if we start making
we
money
need
on this
$10."
podcast, I'm going to WB and be like, deuces, bitches.
Yeah, right. Yeah. If I make livable money off this podcast, I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah,
Sheffield
I'm out.
for sure.
Oh,
But-
you want me to lift 50-pound boxes all day? Or I could talk into a microphone once a week.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm gone.
I'm so good. I'm going to back up
The Brinks truck.
My point is, I wouldn't.
It's their business. The same way that you wouldn't go to Sheffield and say, "Hey, just pay me nothing."
No. But I wouldn't need to go to them and go, "Listen, you need to back up the bricks truck."
There is a difference to side with Aaron. One is a competition, and one is not. I know it's your job, but it's also a competition. Like Aaron's
Like,
not in
my point
competition
is,
at Sheffield.
if we were doing,
Durant
No,
wants
but
to
it
win the
is.
competition.
But it is
But
a
it's not.
competition. Like we're in business.
But here's
of
the-
competing
but here's
with
the
other
difference.
pharmaceutical companies.
I'm not
You're in
gonna-
business with competing with Uline or whatever. You know
Oh
what
yeah,
I mean? Like,
I understand that, but that's not my competition. That's
Right.
whoever owns the company's competition.
right.
I'm just the worker bee.
right.
my point is,
But you could say that Durant's a worker bee too.
Try
He's
and
the
think, try
talent,
and think
it's
of them
different.
as individual contractors almost.
Right.
I'm the fucking towel boy. Let's be honest. I don't really affect the team. I just hand them Powerade towels
that's it,
and
yeah.
And you
hand
don't
them
see,
a water
and you don't
bottle.
see
And make
towel
sure they get
boys like
received.
you don't see towel boys going like, nah, I'll take less money.
Right. Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that. My point is,
Just make sure the towels get received.
yeah,
Okay?
yeah, that's my point.
That's it.
Make sure they're scanned and sent over. All right. My point is, if I'm making good money, like comparing my X amount of dollars an hour
Right.
versus multi-million dollars.
Right.
I'm also one of those people that if I played professional sports, I don't need to live in a house that I need to fucking pay. It's going to take me 2 full seasons to pay for my house because I want to add a whole nother fucking bowling alley onto it because one wasn't enough.
Right.
I'm not that guy.
Sorry, but if you work in the NFL and don't have a bowling alley in your house,
Do you really play football? Like, do you?
Do I need it?
if you
Do you play in the NFL?
if you play in the
really? If
NFL,
don't
you
have a bowling
damn
alley?
sure better have a bowling alley in your house.
I'm just saying.
No,
I don't
I get
need
your
it.
point, but like, it's such a tough thing to do because a lot of people like I just applied it to the normal working man.
Yeah.
But the problem is that they're the talent.
No, I get it. Like my point is like
they're the product.
If we're gonna bring it back to like
toothpaste,
no. But the point is
sell
like
Durant.
But if you come back to the whole point of like just using it as an example, watching that 30 for 30 broke,
right?
Watching them talk to your fucking favorite Red Sox, going to his house and talking about the $200,000 cars he owns.
Who's this?
Fucking what's his name that couldn't fucking work out in Boston?
Carl Crawford.
Crawford. They went to his house.
Was a piece of shit. That's right. Yeah.
But they went to his house and he had like 30 cars.
Right.
And the point was when you talk to Herm Edwards,
yeah,
you only can drive one car at a time.
right.
Why do you need 30 cars?
Right.
Want to know what helps
Why do you need
not-
a massive house like that when you can only sleep in one room? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I get it. You want a comfortable living,
Right.
but you don't need to spend.
course not.
You don't need to go. You have to factor everything in. I get
But-
they factor in that lifestyle, then they got to pay for it afterwards to keep it going.
I'm not judging because I'm just as guilty of this. But like, you don't need a smartphone.
No.
You could.
I don't need the new Xbox when it comes out, but I'm gonna buy it.
Well, see, that's the difference.
Everyone does different things like that. Like
yeah, I
you
was
spend your
gonna say,
money on stuff that you don't need.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I got action figures.
right. See, that's the thing. Yeah, do you need those? But I mean, those are investments. You could say those are potential investments.
Yeah.
You want to know what helps you? Want to know what helps you not go broke? Taking $200 million as opposed to 53.
That's true. Yeah.
I get it. I get that, but Durant makes so much money off the court.
He has like I think a $750 million shoe
That's
deal with
probably true,
Nike, or
yeah.
$500 million. So he
true.
has plenty of money.
That's my point. Is why don't more guys
That's the
do
same
that?
thing. With Brady has plenty of money.
I don't understand.
His
I don't
wife's
under-
got plenty of money. Let's be honest about
I
that
understand
too.
your point right here because you're saying why don't more guys do what Kevin Durant did, but then you say you don't like the fact that he's getting credit for doing what he did.
I just think it's when people sit there.
He's
I
getting too
wish
much
they.
praise.
I wish they would put it in a realist. I get in the league's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
You
it's
want
a
him
pay
to
cut.
take like a
But I
make
want-
like $100,000 a year.
No. No, because there's guys in the NBA that are making like $8 million. And they're like the shittiest player, and they never see the fucking court, and they're making $8 million just to ride the bench. I'm not saying take $100,000. I'm saying take that deal, but you're not riding the bench. You're playing because you know you're going to make $45 million off the court this year in shoe sales.
Yeah, I guess.
Endorsement deals for clothing, whatever.
Yeah, but if I'm Kevin Durant
Yep.
and I have to show up to practice every day with $200 million Steph Curry, and I make the same amount of money as fucking Zaza Pachulia, that would annoy the fuck out of me because I'm just as good as Steph. I'm probably better a player than Steph Curry, and I'm 1,000 million times better than Zaza Pachulia. And now I took the same money as Zaza. Like, why? Because I'm making a bunch of money off court. But
No, I totally get that. My point is, like, I would put it in perspective of I want to win. I don't really give a shit what everybody else is doing.
But he did the best of both worlds. He took as much money as he could and stayed on the team that'll help him win.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get it. Like, my point is, why don't more... So, to that point,
Why doesn't
why
did Gordon Hayward take a contract that put the Celtics over the thing? Why didn't he take a contract that didn't do that?
Well, because you're not playing with LeBron. You're not playing with Durant. You're not playing...
But if Gordon Hayward takes a contract that doesn't put them over,
They don't have to dump it.
they don't have to
No,
dump
that's
anyone.
my
Their
no,
team's
that's
just
my
as good.
no, that's my point. Why don't these guys think of it that way? I get it in the West, it makes sense because god damn it, you're going to still have to play the Warriors, so I might as well get paid to get my ass kicked every year. But in the East, you might be in the championship every year because you put together like this monster team in the East,
The only
and then
reason-
have to play the Warriors in the championship.
The only thing I think about that is in pro sports, your season could end whenever. Your career could end whenever, you know. Paul George had that freak leg break
God.
yeah,
in the
I think
All-Star
they're-
game, and he ended up coming back.
That was
But,
the Olympics.
yeah,
Olympic practice.
in the Olympics, and he ended up coming back, but there are people who never come back
But
from
aren't
a
there
break like
now?
that.
See, that's also my point of view. Is a lot of guys ask me like I've had people ask me like, oh well, you complain about that. Would you play in these off the field like you're not playing for your team?
For the Olympics, yes.
But here's the thing: if you don't insure yourself for that, that's on you.
Right.
There's professional wrestlers that have gone to whatever country they've done it.
Right.
Get an insurance, health insurance, or life insurance, whatever, and insure themselves. There's models that insure their hands, insure their face.
Right. Yeah.
Troy Polamalu insured his hair.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you insure your body, go ahead, go out and do whatever the fuck you want. But if you don't, and your team's cost, they shouldn't have to pay you for that if you're going to go play for a team.
Well, they don't.
That's my point. But no. But NBA's contracts are guaranteed.
Normally, yeah, unless there's like
if there's language in there.
There's like it'll be like there was a basketball player that broke his leg playing volleyball on the beach, which they considered like reckless, whatever, and they wound up getting out of the contract. Because,
now, if you're playing with your kid in the yard and your son decides to like shove you when you're trying to like pick up your other son and you roll your ankle and you break your ankle, I'm not going to freak out on you. You're playing with your kid. You can't help that. You're playing in.
No, I'm not paying your ass.
No, but my point is, if you're not, but that's you're not intentionally going out there to hurt yourself.
It's like the Rondo bathtub story.
Yes,
like he obviously punched the wall, broke his hand, and he said, "Oh, I slipped and fell in the tub. It was incidental." You know what I mean? That's how he did it. So he still got paid for those games that he had to sit out with a broken hand.
But if he said, "Hey, I was reckless," just like, "You sure you didn't punch a wall?"
Right.
It seems an awful lot like you punched a wall.
It seems like you broke all your punching bones. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, I fell and kind of punched the floor.
Yeah, right.
You had a hole in the floor.
Right. Yeah, punched a hole in the floor. Who does
I'm
that?
the Hulk.
Yeah,
I just Hulk smash.
I think this is fitting.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
That's a book.
So, what did you have for a bike talk?
My bog talk is cheating ass Peyton Manning.
Get him. Get him.
We had to sit here and suffer while those fucking Colts bitched about our balls being fucking 2 PSI under the limit. And they're over there putting hearing aids in their fucking offensive linemen because Peyton Manning doesn't know how to do a silent count.
Right.
And then in the rule book, it clearly states any hearing aid of any kind is completely against the rules in the NFL.
Right.
And this fucking Tariq Glenn dude just casually fucking
drops
like, we used to put these hearing aids in. Like, why is there no investigation? Where's fucking, what's his name?
Ted Wells.
Ted Wells. Where's Ted Wells?
Who the fuck is he?
It's Peyton Manning.
Right, it's the fucking...
Peyton Manning, who got HGH shipped to his house in his wife's name, but magically after that, had the best season ever of his career, and then when they started testing for HGH, fell off a cliff.
Right.
But no, he never did HGH. What are you, joking?
Right.
Come on, it's Peyton Manning.
Right.
His head only grew 10 times like fucking Barry Bonds did when he was on steroids.
Oh, shucks. You know, that's... Yeah. Now, he's the fucking...
He shoved his dick in a woman's face when he was in Tennessee. He took HGH that he said was for his wife, threw her completely under the bus.
I love this.
Now we're finding out that his rookie year is tainted, asterisk all around, because he
also threw 30-something picks that
and
year.
he was bad at cheating.
Right.
At least Tom Brady wins championships after he supposedly cheats.
Right.
Peyton Manning was throwing it. He's thrown more interceptions
in
his rookie season than Tom Brady has thrown in the last 3 years combined.
It's true. That's a fact. That's a statistical fact.
There's actually, you could probably go 4 years back and he still hasn't thrown 30.
Right, yeah. That's true.
Tom
Brady has never thrown more than 15 picks in a season.
Yeah.
And Peyton Manning threw more than 30.
Double that in one season.
That's crazy.
Still considered a lot of people's favorite quarterback.
Well, he was cheating.
Yeah,
so if you're going to put an asterisk by anything the Patriots have ever won,
that's it.
I don't know how many times Peyton Manning was using hearing aids in his offensive linemen on away games or at home games when they were cranking up the fucking sound noise in Colt Stadium.
Fucking Angry Joe. I like this. That's as fiery as you've been on this show.
I'm sorry, but that's
almost Julio logo.
That was
Julio Lugo level.
The Julio Lugo was a piece of shit. Was a real like outcry of emotion right there. But that
I stand by that.
That was, but that was.
I mean, he is a
frustration.
Woman beater, so
yeah. So he fits Aaron's
he
bill
is
too.
a piece of shit.
Okay, I guess I'm the only guy who just thought he was kind of a bad baseball player. But whatever. Yeah, that's good. That's a good rant. We got to get. You know how Lou Maloney has like Angry Lou?
Yeah.
We got to get some music, like so when there's like Angry Joe, we'll fucking like.
No, you gotta do like Maz and Felger used to do, where they would like get into an argument with one another, and one would go high pitch and one would go like demonic low pitch.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's like
the worst part about this whole thing, and I'm going to try not to yell as much anymore because I think I got the most of it out. The worst part about this whole thing is I'm on a sports group on Facebook. I'm on a couple actually, and they talk about all things sports related, all the major sports. In the two sports groups I'm on combined, I saw one article about Peyton Manning's cheating.
Of course.
And the comments on the article was like, this is fake, it's nonsense, why would anyone listen to this? Look at the article, it's written by, because the link that the kid posted was CBS Boston. And they're like, oh, it's just a pissed off Boston fan, blah, 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 blah. And I had to comment and be like, what he's saying was real. That's a real quote.
Right.
The accusation is real. It's the quote. The article they posted was this Boston guy in supreme hyperbole going like, "Oh, we have to take all his records away. We have to how do we know all of his passing yards aren't tainted? He should be stricken from the record books because he has this hearing aid thing." Like very obviously written in hyperbole to show you how stupid everyone was.
Right.
During the Deflategate
It's the
thing.
same type of thing. Right, yeah.
And they were just like, oh, it's clearly fake. Read the article. It's like, listen to what this guy is saying. It's fake. It's not fake. It's real.
It's a real story.
This guy really said this, and it probably really happened.
Right.
Considering he was the Colts starting left tackle for like 10 years.
Right.
Why would he lie about this? Like, it makes no
where does that come
sense.
from?
Well, here's the thing. Remember how they made a big deal about how, what was it, the Steelers and the headsets?
Right.
There was a big hoopla about that.
Someone brought that up. Like, obviously I get into a lot of Patriots arguments on these things.
Yeah.
Someone was like, "Oh, well, they cheated with the headsets." I was like, the headsets are controlled by the NFL,
right?
Like,
Yeah,
the NFL even came out and said like, "Hey, I get it. Like, there's a weird elephant in the room here, but that was us."
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like they like, "Hey,
we control that whole
We
situation.
would love to just fucking sand them over right now, but
like
that was us."
It's like I saw a guy say that the Super Bowl was rigged because there were no penalties called in the first half until the Patriots were down 28-3, and then they got those 3 like pass interference holding calls in a row. I was like, dude, they were pass interference.
Each one of those calls was legit.
Go watch
Remember
them.
when we were watching the game, guys like, "Oh, of course, whatever," and then it was like, "That's a foul. Like that's a penalty."
block.
And he turns like that's a block. And I should have hit him with that. And so then he turns and he's like, finally turns back and looks at us. He held him. I'm like,
Yeah, no, I was like,
did. Yeah,
oh
he
no,
held
that
him
was
multiple
legit.
times.
That was legit.
Right,
It's like,
yeah, that was legit.
oh, that one was.
Yeah, that one was.
Oh,
Yeah, and I'm
sorry,
like,
that wasn't. He essentially molested him down the field this time
Right.
instead of just holding his jersey.
And then there was like the Chris Long hold. Too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which
He's like,
was a hold.
There's hold on every play. And then I look at the replay. Like, dude, watch the play. Like, Jesus.
He would have been killed.
And he just ripped his goddamn face back.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus. So, yeah, it's whatever. People suck. Like, but fans
And
of
let's
like
just be
Patriot
real.
You
haters
can
are the
always
worst.
twist a story to fit your narrative,
Right.
If you really want to, especially in sports.
Right.
Like,
Absolutely. Always.
to me, it annoys me that the Patriots things, even the tiniest shit, gets like blown out of proportion.
Do you want a deep voice for this?
And and Peyton Manning, like, to me, it's very obvious that he was taking HGH. Like,
Right.
he was. The evidence is so
and-
in your face. He had HGH. He admitted to having HGH shipped to his house
Right.
in his
But
wife's name.
then he got upset when people were digging into the reason why his wife ordered it.
Right.
Yeah,
none of your
because
business.
then they'll find out that he was on HGH.
Right.
Well, no, but
here's
that's
the
my
thing.
point. Like,
as a Patriots fan, I get it.
Just go look
Take
at
it.
Look at his
Take the
numbers.
HGH. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Go take it. Your fucking neck is falling off. You're like
Well, that was the
sleepy
point.
fucking
That was-
hollow.
that was
No,
the point.
all I'm
Right.
saying is everyone always goes, well, he said his wife was taking it. But
Right.
go look at the stats.
Right.
He was taking HGH. He had, during the best season he's ever had statistically.
He's getting mailed to his house.
Record-breaking season. He admitted to getting HGH sent to his house.
Right.
The next season, they announced they're going to start testing for HGH.
Yeah.
He starts off really good.
Right.
Probably still
On a cycle.
on
or
a cycle
whatever.
of
Right, yeah.
HGH. Gets off the cycle before he gets tested.
Right.
Falls off a fucking
And
cliff.
died.
And was never good again.
Right.
Like, obviously, I understand. Take HGH.
I can hear my buddy right now saying, well, he's good enough to beat you guys in the AFC Championship. And I'll be like, fuck
The defense
off.
was good enough.
Yeah, and I'm like, and Dallas Clark somehow burned Jamie Collins on 2 double moves. Fucking like, Jesus Christ.
That defense was good enough.
That defense is way good enough, yeah. Yeah, no, that's very true.
So, end rant, Peyton Manning is a cheating fucking asshole, and if you put him above Tom Brady after this,
yeah. You piece of shit.
yeah, I lose all respect for you.
Get the Chris D'Elia going. You piece of shit.
I'm letting that one go.
What did you got a fight on that?
No.
You got a bone to pick?
Do you have Peyton Manning above Tom Brady?
No.
No,
Alright,
he doesn't.
then.
No.
I know you.
That's
don't-
why I said I'm letting it go.
I
I'm
know
not
you
touching
don't.
this
You're
one.
not a Tom Brady GOAT guy, but as long as you don't have Peyton Manning against him, we can agree on that.
I
small
think
point.
he's
the best quarterback of all time.
I think
The greatest
he's
to ever do it and has done it.
I think he's.
You
I
think
mean,
his-
leaps and bounds ahead of everybody in
He
his
is.
of his generation as the greatest of his generation.
I'll take that. That's a
he is
start.
the
That's a
second
real
to
good start.
Jesus.
The second coming has already came.
His name is Thomas Edward
His name is
Brady.
Thomas Edward Brady Jr. Aaron, what is your Bach talk?
Gordon Hayward's agent, Mark Bartelstein.
Bartelstein. I have
Bartelstein,
no
Steen.
idea.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Barstool.
Just how big of a clusterfuck he made this yesterday. Like, you posted that hilarious photo of just a kid. Now, see, when I first saw the photo, if I didn't read 100%, I just read like a part of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, is this like, is he making a shit joke? Because he
Right.
looks like he's constipated more than anything.
The meme is called "kid holding in fart face."
Yes.
Right.
Okay, so he looks
the
like he's
meme
very
name.
constipated.
Right. Yeah.
But how bad his agent created such a shitstorm for like a 2 to 4 hour window.
Right. That was a crazy day yesterday.
Because to watch people go from like, oh my God, we got him. We fucking got him. To, oh my God, we're the Boston Celtics. We did it again. We're not going to get the fuck. We got another situation where we got cock teased. We're going to get him. And then, oh my God, he died of fucking cocaine. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, he's going back to fucking Utah because the Mormons offered him more wives. Like, what else? What else could they offer?
The agent was really behind the 8 ball on that one.
Yeah, literally.
There we go. That story went off the rails.
Yeah.
He took it way off the rails.
So his actual statements were, Gordon has not made a decision yet. We are still working through it. That's what he claimed. As soon as the report came out, he came back out and was like, no, and said that. And then afterwards was like, now that the story's come out, people can say that the report was right. It wasn't. Dude.
Yeah.
It's the same way. And you know what his other statement?
I didn't like the quote.
His other statement was the same thing that they said about LeBron. Oh, up until that moment where he wrote the letter back to Utah, he wasn't sure. Oh, up until he made that statement in Connecticut, he wasn't sure.
Right.
Bullshit.
Right.
Bullshit. He knew where he was fucking going.
I believe Gordon. I believe Gordon when he says in the Players Tribune that he felt like every conversation he had made him feel like this is where I should go. And that he was really torn by the time he got back from all three. Like, oh, man. You know what I mean? Like, you date back. Man, you know, Saturday was really nice in Miami, and they do have Hassan Whiteside, and
I'm sure.
You know, what I mean, they do have a really nice big guy and a
And
coach
we're in
that's,
Miami.
and a coach of the year finalist. Jesus,
Pat Riley
right, Pat Riley. Yeah, and he's the greasiest car salesman
and
in the world,
and no state tax.
There was the rumor that Pat Riley is the one that leaked the
Celtics deal.
deal.
That's probably true. I didn't hear that, but I fucking like that.
That
story.
he was the one that was like, fuck you, Gordon. And
Right.
put it out there so that the Jazz would get pissed off.
Because Gordon also did, within that same time frame, his agent announced that the Heat were eliminated the day before as an option.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if that was sort of like
I
he
think-
got word, the agent calls it, hey, yeah, nah, we're good.
I agree with your balk talk because that situation
That's
deserves
just
a balk talk.
watching it as a fan, just sitting there going, God damn it.
But I disagree with who your balk talk is aimed at. Because I think it should be aimed at either
The
A,
report
Gordon
or-
Hayward, or B, the guy who's close to Gordon Hayward who leaked that he was going to the Celtics.
No, that's my point. Like,
I think the agent was just trying to clean shit up so that he.
I think the
announce
agent did a
it
really
his way.
shitty job though, because
That's my point.
The in between time where he says, "Oh man, Gordon's really mad now. He's really upset. Now we're going to have to revisit this whole thing, and he's going to have to think everything over all over
Yeah,
again."
that's dumb.
There
That's
you
the
go.
quote
That I think
that made me.
Sorry
feel
that I
like,
worded it wrong, but that's what I mean. Like
the
him
first
backpedaling
thing
afterwards,
where he's
is
like,
just
no, Gordon hasn't decided yet. Even if he had decided, just like trying to buy time so that he could write his little piece and everything.
Right.
If you read Gordon's thing, he's like, before I was even like ready to make an announcement, I was reading about where I was going.
Yeah, where I was going.
Like,
Right. Yeah.
Before I even
But you can
sat
tell
down
he
to
wrote-
write a word.
He wrote that
Yeah.
after 3 p.m. that day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that was written.
Well, here's the other thing. He's all right. So not to like say like, oh, you read into things. He met Boston in Boston, met Miami in Miami, met Utah in San Diego.
Yeah, I think
At
that's
his
where
home.
his rep was.
No, that's where his
home
home is.
Yeah, right.
I get it.
Yeah.
You couldn't go meet him at the offices, like
Right, yeah.
They flew in Ricky Rubio to meet you.
Right.
They got the point
They
guard
got
you
the guy said
wanted.
You wanted. Yeah.
By the way, they put up a billboard that is like "Welcome Gordon and Robin," like over the. Robin is his wife. I didn't know that.
Right.
I was just like, "Who the fuck is
Robin.
Robin?"
I did the
Yeah,
same.
no,
thing.
it was,
they have, like,
Who's Robin with a Y?
I thought maybe
What the fuck is that?
I thought maybe the like soccer team had
Robin
like,
Lopez.
had, yeah, just like
They brought in both of them at the same
Fuck is that?
time.
I did the same thing. I'm looking at that Fenway.
It was
sign,
at
and I was
Fenway,
like,
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? And that's really weird that they did the whole presentation there at Fenway.
yeah.
I thought
It's
they
odd.
did. No, they did it at. No, I thought it was
think
at.
they drove around.
They drove
They
him
went to
through town.
Yeah, they went to towns, but the
He
video
was
they
picked-
showed him was at Fenway.
You know he's
Oh, no,
also,
Stood
yeah,
on the
but that's
field
what
and
they
watched
do.
it on the big screen.
Yeah.
Before they would go to the Celtics.
Yeah,
stadium
because they
do-
wanted to
you know what I
show
mean?
him everything
The whole
before he
thing,
gets
right.
there.
Right. Yeah.
I would have taken him on a duck boat.
one thing I like about Gordon
Made one of
Hayward,
these.
and one thing I hate about Gordon Hayward.
Hit me.
One thing I like, big time gamer.
Yeah, big time. Did you see the article about how he called Brad Stevens when he was in college?
No,
And he was starting he was going to compete in a video game tournament that had a cash prize, and he wasn't sure if he was allowed to do that because he's on a scholarship. Right? So he calls Brad like in the middle of the night and is like, "Hey, this is like before he was going, like so he's a freshman
Yeah,
before
yeah,
the season
yeah.
starts. Hey, Brad, it's me, Gordon." Says, "Yeah, no, I know what's up." Says, I'm about to play in a oh no, he goes, "Hello?" And he goes, "Halo." And he's like, "Hello?" He says, "No, Halo." And he's like, "What's that?" He says, "It's a video game." And he says, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "I'm about to play in a Halo tournament with a cash prize. I just want to make sure that was like within the rules that I could do that." And he's like, Brad Stevens says, "Let me check on that for you." And then just like hung up the phone call. Like he's probably never had to worry about some dork gamer. You know what I mean? It's like, "Hey, I know I'm your fucking all-star recruit basketball player, and we want to win a basketball championship together. But I got this Halo tourney real quick, though. Am I going to be able to make some side cash on this?"
Can you imagine if, like, in
that derailed
comparison,
his college
yeah,
career?
no. Can you imagine, like, in comparison, then you have like Ohio State, where you had Terrell Pryor got
Right.
busted for he got a brand new Nissan 350Z,
Gordon
tattoos, all this shit, and Gordon Hayward played a video game for 14 hours straight and won $2,000. Yeah,
It comes in second place and wins the $100 and get your money back. Fucking
So-
oh my god.
big time gamer. That's what I like. What I don't like, huge Cheatin' Manning fan.
Oh,
Grew up
also-
in Indianapolis.
yeah. Also-
big time Colts fan.
Also hates
Tom Brady.
Yeah,
so
says that he
that's
puts
why
Aaron
they
Rodgers over.
that's why they said Tom Brady was not called
Was
in
not
to
called
be
in for-
because he was called in for KD's
right.
wooing.
And KD loves Brady. Yeah. So
But did you see who met him at the airport?
Stevens
met him at the
and,
airport. No, it was just Stevens.
No, there was a friend of his a mutual friend that was on like a church retreat. Like he was helping. What do they call
Yeah.
that? Like where you go and you like build a school somewhere.
Oh, he was on like I get what
know
you're
what I
saying.
mean?
He was on a mission.
Yeah, mission. Yeah. I want to say it was like a mutual friend of theirs from when Stevens coached
Yeah.
Hayward at college, and then he met him to pick him up there.
Yeah,
too.
and then what was it? Met him at the door was Isaiah and
Yeah.
Ainge.
Right.
And then obviously Stevens took him into his office and had a discussion with him.
Yeah, they said that they watched film.
Yeah.
That's what they did. Like the recruit was, all right. So I think if we run a high screen and roll, I think it would be pretty good.
Well,
Yeah,
think
whatever.
about it, like-
but I think that's part of the mystique about Stevens is he's just a fucking basketball wizard.
Well, he just
that's
wants to
all
play.
does.
He
He's
wants to
X and
think
O's guy.
about
I hope he
basketball.
doesn't leave.
He's at he was at the
The summer league game.
summer league game. I didn't see the coach for the 76ers
coach.
I didn't see the
Right.
Sixers. Anybody's there.
Right.
Yeah, but you got to trust the process.
Right.
Well, yeah, you just draft.
You just fucking
Just
don't coach it.
Has
Just
anyone
trust it.
caught on to the fact that I hate the process?
Did you watch or like read any of the stats or any of the reports on
I
the
know
game?
the Celtics, the two forward kids did good.
Yeah, Tatum and
Brown and Tatum.
Yeah.
Tatum hit the game winning shot.
I saw the
Ice
game winning
cold.
shot.
Now
Ice
he he scored that shot. Sixers had a rebuttal.
Fultz
Fultz had
goes
the
down.
ball, didn't have enough trust in his own shot, which is his fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Drove it to the hoop, tried to go underneath, and Brown was the
Jaylen
one
Brown
that
blocked
rejected it. Now, bear in mind you, there were other people in the way, but Brown was
From
the one
the
that
weak side.
slammed it out of the
Yeah,
way.
he came
And it
weak
was
side,
like,
blocked him.
and when he walked, I said to you, I took two things away from that. He doesn't trust his game yet, and a lot of the things that I watched from the game, it felt like he doesn't know how to play with tall guys. Like
Get
he's
blocked a
used
lot.
he's used to playing in college, where yes, people are tall,
And he played in a week.
but
Right.
that's weak.
He played like weak opponents, and his team was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's the other thing. No, but like in
It's
the
the equivalent of drafting like a Division II guy in football. Like,
yeah, but that's
you're drafting this guy who's really good, but he played.
But that's the point. And then watching him, some of his you know how you do go up for like a teardrop or just like a laid in and whatever. Guys were rejecting his shots because guess what? Yeah, you're 6'3", 6'4",
Right.
and whatever, and you're athletic.
These guys are
The
long
guy
and
in
they got
front of
bounce.
you is 6'6", but he's got a wingspan of 7'2".
Right.
And he's actually athletic, can jump. He's not just a 6'6" white dude from fucking Wisconsin that
Was
can't
his-
jump.
was
I'd
his
be
stat line
interested to
good?
see. Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Fultz?
Yeah, he was good.
It was okay. I didn't think I thought he had good moments, and I thought moments I watched it and I'm like, wow, you're going to have a rough rookie year.
My Bach talk
Yep.
is the Indiana Pacers. We talked a little bit about Paul George going to the Thunder.
Got a great
What a-
deal. Got a great deal for him.
What a
Thunder did anyway.
what a bad fucking trade.
Well, they didn't want to. They didn't want to see him in the East. That's their only reason why.
Whatever. Get a draft pick. Get something.
Oh.
The Oklahoma City Thunder had to have been like, if the Pacers were like, nah, we'll wait. We're good. And the Thunder would have said, well, what about a first-round draft pick? And he'd be like, nah, okay. You could have got more. That felt like it was fucking Victor Oladipo and who's his buddy at the Y that goes and plays basketball. Bring him on too. We'll take him. The Pacers, that was the worst trade I've seen in a long time for 3 reasons. You could have got more from the Thunder. Getting him out of the East, sure, I guess.
That's their only. That was their big explanation.
But what does it matter?
Wait, so who did they get?
They got Victor Oladipo, and I think it's Dante Sabonis, but I may have his first name wrong.
Sabonis?
Demonis Sabonis, something like that.
he's demonic.
Demonic
Sabonis
Satan
Sabonis
bonus.
was like a high round pick, I think.
Yes. He's a projection project player where he's supposed to, he could be really good.
Oladipo is pretty good.
Oladipo's not bad.
This is the why I don't think it's terrible.
Here's why it is terrible
All right.
before you go there. The Celtics offer was better.
Way
Definitely better.
All right, go keep going.
If that trade is real. If that offer is real.
Yeah, I think it. Keep going before I go into that.
You narrowed your own market down to fucking one team. When you could have played a lot of teams into this. The Lakers want Paul George.
Yeah.
Right? Now,
Could
how
have
much
sign and trade there.
could it, but you don't even need to.
No, but I'm saying
he
they
doesn't
could
need to
have.
sign.
But my
He's
point
already
is, he
under
wants
contract.
to be there anyway.
extension.
You could have gotten an extension done
Right,
one
right.
shot.
That's one deal, right? The Celtics wanted Paul George, especially if they were going to get Gordon Hayward, right? Like they wanted him more with Hayward than they did just by himself, right?
Yeah.
So why didn't you wait for the Hayward deal to settle in and say, now how bad do you want him,
Yeah,
right? Because you could have then you could have got the Celtics for more, maybe even if
Could have
that
got
original
him for
deal,
the
you could have got
Brooklyn
him for more.
pick.
Then, even worse, the Miami Heat wanted Gordon Hayward. The Miami Heat didn't get Gordon Hayward. If you're the Pacers, say, hey, what would it take for Paul George? You could go to other. Why didn't you let free agency settle and let the teams that missed,
Yeah. Why did
and
you
then
wait?
and then go to those teams that missed and said shit.
Why were you in such a rush?
You could have played the East
why
against
were you
themselves.
in such a hurry
Yeah.
to get a guy off your team that you could have gotten way more for. Way more. Oladipo's a good little player. I think he is. Do I think he's ever in exchange for Paul George? Fucking never. Never. I don't care if it's 1 year that they get at Oklahoma City. You could have had 2 years of Victor Oladipo there. Whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. That's not a good deal. It's not a good fucking trade. Sabonis, who knows? I'm not sure where he's at. Sure, project, potential thing. Who knows? I don't think that the Indiana Pacers fucking tried to get the best deal for themselves and panicked, and they said that they didn't want to wait for Hayward. Why? Because then you have Danny by the balls. Kind of. Because he was just like, fuck it, we're good. We got Gordon Hayward. Like, we don't need to do that.
No, they could have.
They could have. But if they really, really wanted Paul
Trader
George,
Danny, and he's got to make salary. He's got to make cap room.
Right.
He could have unloaded like half of his roster.
We would be talking Paul George as opposed to Marcus.
So last year was Domantas
Yeah.
Sabonis' rookie season.
Yeah.
He averaged 5.9 points, 3.6 rebounds.
That's Jaylen Brown.
20 minutes a game.
Right. That's Jaylen Brown with more minutes.
Yeah. Only because he had to play in Oklahoma City.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
he's also, I think he's like 7 feet tall, 6'10".
Right. He's just like a power forward, right?
Power. It's like a stretch four.
Stretch four, yeah.
well, that makes me revisit the whole Butler trade.
Power forward center, yeah.
Right.
You could have gotten Butler.
Right.
Now,
Third
granted,
pick,
it's not
whatever.
like Chicago got nothing,
Right.
and it wasn't to the 100% the level of the Paul George trade.
I like the Chicago deal a little more. But
Yeah,
it still
more
wasn't
than
enough.
more than Indiana got.
Yeah.
But at the same time, from what the reports are, Boston was offering way more to everybody,
Right.
and they were just not wanting to trade with fucking Danny.
I'm gonna
I think that there's a link here, and it could be Nick Wright. Right, Nick Wright could be right and be saying, "Oh, Trader Danny doesn't actually want to make a deal, and he doesn't want to give up any of his fucking."
I think he's wrong.
Mutant abs, his assets. His assets.
I
He
think
doesn't
he's
want to
wrong
give
to
up his
an
assets.
extent.
But also, I think there's a lot of teams that are like, "Fuck you, Danny.
Yeah.
I'm not trying with you. I'm not doing this with you anymore." Like,
I think there's a thing about that, and I'll tell you that. But Domantas Sabonis, where do you think he's from?
Nashville.
Portland.
Okay, all right, yeah, not bad. Yeah.
Threw me off. I thought he was like some
Norwegian,
Latvian god.
Yeah,
like,
right. Like present God.
He's Lithuanian, actually.
Lithuanian, there you
But
go.
he's from Portland. Grew up in Portland his whole life.
born and
His
raised.
dad was actually an
Dude,
NBA player.
He uses Twitter and emojis.
His
Living
dad played
perfect.
for the Blazers.
he could
Yes.
take more.
Yeah.
He could take
So-
less money in his country. It's a lot.
It's a lot of money in your country.
In Portland.
In Portland.
Yeah.
In Portlandia. brother.
So, I think the thing with the Celtics deal is, yes, the Celtics deal was better. Danny didn't want to do it. Why? Because Paul George was never going to sign
An extension.
an extension.
That's true.
They talked to Paul George. I don't
Right.
care if you get Gordon Hayward. I'm not going to Boston.
Right.
You won't ever hear that.
Right.
But I think that's why the trade fell through in Boston. I think
But why didn't they wait?
because I don't think it mattered. Paul George he wants to go to the Lakers. I think this Oklahoma City thing is a 1 year thing.
It's a pit stop, right? Of course, yeah.
He still wants to go to the Lakers.
Right,
He
I agree with
only
that.
wants to go to the Lakers. I think he said he would think about going one other place. Was it the 76ers?
See, I thought it was Boston playing with Hayward. He said he wanted to play with Hayward.
I just don't think. I think that's
And-
what
and
happened.
I think nobody wants to come to Boston unless they're Gordon Hayward.
Or Al Horford, average Al.
I think what happened is Boston turned down the deal after he said he wouldn't sign an extension.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't
And I
give
don't
up
think
all
they
those
wanted to
assets
take-
either for
I don't think they wanted to
1
take
year.
the-
I don't want a 1 year deal either.
Maybe the thing was like, hey, I'll go to Boston, and then when I'm there, we can work out an extension. And I don't think Danny was okay with that.
No. Yeah, I'm not good with that either. And like I was just listening to the episode where we did the horse name bit or whatever,
Yeah.
right? And right as we were starting that, it was the draft night, and you said, "Oh, I just read this fake tweet." I was distracted about it was like Tatum
Trying to get Paul
everyone
George,
trying to get
yeah.
Paul George. And then later
You
we
were
talked
like,
about, well,
nah,
no, it's
that's
kind
real.
of real. And then we talked about you got to get an extension done. I don't want to trade. The only way I would trade him straight up was like Jay Crowder for Paul George. I'm like, okay, whatever. For the 1 year, you got it.
Yeah.
I'm not giving up any future pieces for a guy that's not going to be here.
So
for my future.
This is
either.
why I'm somewhat okay
Mm-hmm.
with. I mean, I still think it's a bad trade. They probably could have gotten more if they were just patient.
Right.
But they do the deal now for whatever reason.
Right.
Oladipo is a good player. He was good when he was on the Magic.
Yeah, but is he going to
solid.
make you better than?
He's solid.
He's not the piece. He is
Right.
a complementary piece, but he is not the piece.
I don't think he'll ever be the third piece of a big three.
I
You know
think
what I
he
mean?
could
Like,
be
he
the,
could be the fourth.
I think he could be the third piece of a big three if the other two pieces are like
How many teams
Westbrook
has
and
he
George.
been on?
Oladipo, this is now
His third.
3, 4.
I was gonna say he got drafted by the Magic, right?
Yeah, and then
drafted by
traded
Magic.
to Oklahoma City for Serge Ibaka, and then traded
Right, yeah.
now to the Pacers.
Yep.
And they got Sabonis, who the fuck knows what he
No,
is.
hold on.
He's a
Isn't he
rookie.
from Indiana? He played at Indiana.
Oladipo?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Maybe.
I think he played at Indiana in college.
Yeah,
So he's home. He's
He's
home.
home. He's home.
And you gave it up. You got those two guys for one guy who you knew was going to leave.
Right.
Could you have gotten more if you waited? Probably.
Right.
Not definitely, but probably.
Right. That deal at least would have been on the table.
Yeah, you
know
could
what I
have
mean?
waited and
Right.
not lost it.
Right. Do you think that 2 weeks from now the Oklahoma City Thunder would be like, no,
Man,
we're
Paul
good.
George, I don't know.
No, we'll pass. Right.
I actually don't understand why. I guess I understand why the Thunder did it because it makes them a better, like a much better team to me.
Yeah. And is Russell Westbrook a free agent next year?
I think so. Maybe it tries
Remember
to
I pulled up
show
his-
them.
I
Yeah,
pulled up
I think
his-
he is because his
They're
plan was
trying.
to go to the Lakers.
They're trying. Right.
Or what they're just doing is setting up a position where Paul George and Russell Westbrook can talk an entire season about how great the Lakers are going to be.
Right. Yeah. That and because legitimately you could do
The
Lonzo Ball at the 1, Russell Westbrook at the 2, Paul George at the 3, LeBron at the 4, or Paul George at the 4, stretch 4, he's 6'10", and then
or you sign if you're Oklahoma City, you sign and trade Westbrook for Lonzo.
right. Oh, that would fuck the Ball family up if they went from L.A. to fucking the middle of Oklahoma City.
Yeah,
Fucking,
you sign and trade Westbrook for Lonzo.
yeah, and like Julius Randle.
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, right.
That way Westbrook gets a whatever deal.
Yeah, he can get the Supermax.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. It felt weird to me. It felt rushed, and it felt like unbecoming of the Indiana Pacers. Just to be honest, like it felt like, oh, okay, like you just took that deal. All right, that's fair enough. I guess we'll just move on or whatever. But I don't know. They definitely could have gotten more, and that deal would not have been gone if they waited. This is the social media second here. There was some misunderstanding, miscommunication, I believe, last week, and we said that Dante Hightower was, or I was under the impression when I posted the vote that Dante Hightower was not on the NFL's top 100, and come to find out he was.
He was number 94.
Number 94, but I also want to give kudos to the guys that voted correctly.
You got it right.
Out of the 5,
I voted for the guy I voted for because I knew he was already on the list.
Yeah.
I just don't want to correct you.
Right, yeah. I'm pretty sure last week, I got to go back. I got to check the tape on that. I thought you said that he
No, I
wasn't
said
on the
that
list.
he wasn't last year.
I got to check that tape. Because you said there was 5, and we had Element
5 that weren't on it last year.
Yeah, I gotta go get that cleared up. But anyways, regardless, we are where we are right now. Okay.
So me and MJ won.
No,
Yeah.
MJ voted.
Stephon
We're the
Gilmore.
only two that voted for a guy that wasn't on the
No,
list.
Hogan.
No, then you'd be a tie. Then you'd
Okay,
tie.
three-way tie.
No,
Oh, so then you.
You know who won?
Who?
The people that voted for Dante Hightower to be the 6th Patriot on the top
He
100.
was already on the list.
Yeah, but
He was
wasn't
the
on
sixth Patriot on
he
the
was
top
sixth
100.
Patriot. So they nailed it.
No, they didn't.
They did. They
That
nailed
wasn't-
that.
no.
Because the question states,
Want to know who actually
other
wins?
than these 5, who
Since-
would make the top 100? And it was Dante
wanna know who
Hightower.
Because it was already was.
I don't
But he
know who
wasn't on the
actually
list.
wins is since Dante Hightower is disqualified since he was already on the list.
Right.
My vote goes back into the ether and lands on Chris Hogan. So
See, then
Chris
I need-
Hogan is on the list.
We get an ether vote there. Chris Hogan should have been on the top 100. He was second in the NFL on yards per catch. So,
Okay.
there's that. And he led the NFL all season until last week.
The top 100 is voted on by the players, and I don't think any
People
players
respect Chris Hogan
Actually,
at all.
if you go watch Tom Brady's video,
Yeah.
like why he's the NFL top 100,
Yeah.
one guy actually says he turned Chris Hogan into the top receiver. Who the hell had ever heard about Chris Hogan?
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
And that's exactly why he would never be on the top 100.
That's a good point. That's a very valid argument. So this has been an embarrassing social media segment, and let's just go to I'm not mad at it.
Don't act like you're not impressed.
Actually, I'm not even mad. That's amazing.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, me too.
Aaron, what do you have for, and I'm not mad at it?
My not mad at it is D'Angelo Williams, former running back of the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Carolina Panthers. Former first-round pick out of Memphis. Decided to throw his hat literally in the ring. And
Is that how they started it? Like he threw a hat in the ring?
No, but like that's always the saying. Like, hey, you threw your hat in the ring, and to see what happened, and like in anything, like, hey, you decided to try car racing. Hey, he threw his hat in the ring.
Yeah.
He literally got in the ring and wrestled a match at Slammiversary 15, which now is not TNA Wrestling. It is not Impact Wrestling. It is Global Force Wrestling presents Impact Wrestling.
Total nonstop Impact.
Not even like it's just
TNI.
It's just all they're all fucked up because they've been sold and so many people are involved and whatever. Anyway, he had a match.
What is it called? Hold on one more time.
Let's get the record straight here.
It is Impact Wrestling presented by Global Force Wrestling.
Does that not sound like the gym from Dodgeball?
I forgot.
Global something gym?
Yeah, something.
Yes,
yeah. But he competed with his tag team partner for the night, which the weeks leading up to did a couple run-ins to back up his tag team partner.
Oh, so he had showed up a couple times?
Yeah, he had made a couple appearances with a former tight end of the Browns, one of his buddies from like college or something.
Moose or
No. Some other guy. It was a goofy white tight end actually came in and like was his backup and stuff.
Notice how Goofy is always like it always.
If you look at pictures of him,
precedes
it
white
is.
Though. You ever?
It's true.
You ever say the black guy is
I
Goofy?
had a buddy, African American man, say to me once, "Why is it that white guys have a high motor and black guys have
Our class acts?
Or athletic?
No, it's just it was something like that. Like, white guy, he just
The league did
has a high motor.
The league did a whole bit on that.
Oh, did it? Yeah.
White guys have a high. Latino players are always like fiery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, he wrestled with his tag team partner. The guy goes by Moose, but his real name is Quinn.
Have fun with that. I saw it earlier. Okinawa.
Yeah, he was a former offensive tackle for the Atlanta Falcons. So
Big
NFL player. So he got in the ring with an ex NFL player. D'Angelo Williams, 34 years old, maybe trying to make a career move. Don't know. Went out there, had a good match. Went out there and wasn't like the mailman.
No.
And tried to like clothesline a guy, and it looked like he was like trying to like dry a towel very softly. It was he went out there. He got trained by. He actually took the time, went and got trained by Scott. It's Demora, and he also trained Rhino and a couple other known wrestlers. Rhino's just the biggest name I saw on his list of wrestlers that he has trained.
That guy Moose, is he a wrestler full time?
Yeah, that's what he does. Yeah. He I believe there was at one point he did get a tryout with he either had a tryout or he was in NXT at one point and either asked for his release or they released him.
There's no way that if he is serious about this,
D'Angelo Williams.
There's no way he's not in the WWE.
Well, right now he's wrestling for them.
I know, but if
here's the
this
point.
is a short contract, or
it's probably for one night.
Yeah, there's
or
no way.
Multiple night. He just renewed every night.
If he's serious about this, that Vince isn't calling him soon.
Well, here's the thing. He brings in, your football eyes, which is good. He's a recognizable name, and guess what? He's not just a fucking father that wants to live off of his fucking kids. He's actually putting in the time to learn. Good. He looked good. He
messed up that
he-
one
he
thing.
He missed a table and landed on his head and kicked himself in the back of the head, kind of like a scorpion would do with its tail. And he was checked out. He's fine. He's okay. Just goes to show you how flexible and athletic he is. But guys like
The dude laughed.
well, I was gonna say
If you go watch that
there's a
video-
guy named Dave Meltzer. He does I forgot the name of the organization he writes for. He runs his own thing. It's a very highly publicized wrestling. You know, what he kind of says is either happening or he gives either gives you a good rating or a bad rating. He said that if this guy puts in the effort that he showed the other night and how much he's putting forth towards it, could be one of the best wrestlers in wrestling right now.
Wow.
If he does it.
Well, he's got the
He has the
athletic
look,
ability.
he has the ability, he also has the want.
Can he talk?
I don't know. I don't know if I
That's the
saw
thing.
him
That's
speak
another-
much.
yeah, that's another
I
part,
mean,
yeah.
yeah, but at the same
No,
time,
well, he wrestles good. He looks the part. He's super athletic. If he can talk even a little bit, they can get him over.
Right.
not
yeah,
even.
yeah.
I mean, yes and no. I mean, there's guys like a
Fucking Baron Corbin.
well, no, not even that. Like a Bobby Lashley, big, athletic, former wrestler. He was a former collegiate wrestler, and they turned him into this massive whatever.
He fights MMA. He's in Bellator.
He's not really fighting anymore, but he's still in.
He's on the roster.
But he's still. He wrestled at Slammiversary as well in a different match.
Yeah.
Actually, he lost the title to Paige's fucking hubby.
Oh, Del Rio. Yeah.
Fucking that clown.
Roberto Del Rio.
Yeah, that clown. I don't say his name because I don't like him. But it just blew my mind that this guy gives a fuck, trying, and actually good at it.
Yeah.
And like
was
Joe
good.
said, how the hell is he not still in the NFL?
Yeah, I don't get that.
That's weird. He should have.
Like, to be honest, and I'm not even saying this to be stupid, but like if New England didn't have like 20 running backs on the roster, they'd
him
have
up.
to kick his tires.
Yeah.
Right. Sign
He
him.
played well against them
I'm
when he was
imagining
healthy.
I'm imagining that's the only reason Belichick didn't do it.
Yeah,
'cause
because
he's
they have
already-
too many running
yeah.
backs.
Right. Their depth is crazy.
Can you imagine halfway through the season you bring him in?
But if you're like the Detroit,
He's not Steven Jackson where he's just like, man, I just need
maybe
that
he's
last
not
paycheck.
interested.
No, I think
might be out.
No, they said that like he's waiting for. He's not. I was reading, started to semi-read it, but I didn't want to like sit here and not acknowledge you guys. But he basically is saying like he's willing, he wants to play, but nobody's really willing to give him what
The
he wants.
Detroit Lions GM should be fucking fired for not having D'Angelo Williams
on the
team.
roster? That's true. They need a running back real bad.
He should be fired. He
Right.
should be fired
That's true.
for not signing him yet.
Yeah, that's a good point. I have, for my not mad at it, I have 7-Eleven, baby. Fucking 7-Eleven.
Is that
Between
their
the two,
nickname?
that's the
That's
nickname.
their new
Between the two of
nickname.
them, one of them's open 24 hours a day. So it's
Oh,
Yes, sir. And they're literally wearing 7 and 11.
yeah. Tatum's number 11, Jalen's number 7.
Jesus.
After the game, Tatum was doing an interview. Jalen Brown went, grabbed him by the arm, and says, "Hey." And then rolled dice. They picked it up, and Jalen Brown says 7-Eleven, whatever. Like they crapped out, and then they fucking.
It's like the
high-fived
fucking NBA 2K story mode from this
Right?
year.
Yeah.
Orange
That's true.
juice, fresh
Orange
squeeze,
juice.
baby. Ooh. They play way too much 2K together.
I like the friendship. They seem close. They seem like they're gonna be.
Now I just
lives
hope
together.
they both turn good.
Right.
As long as they're both good, this will work out.
It's weird to see a pairing from day one, like that.
Yeah.
Like in the NBA,
It's
like
almost
Wade
kind
and
of
LeBron.
like
got
PR.
Well, it's kind of like Pierce and Garnett. Just
Yeah, but
sit
they were never on the
together.
same
They
team.
just no. But my point, yeah. But when
But
they
from day one.
when they came
When
in
they
together,
came together.
Jalen was there a year before him. You know what I mean? Like not saying
right.
the same level, but
It's almost like one or both of them has a publicist that's maybe the same person.
Point is like it would be like KG and Pierce if they both won the Celtics to start.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what like I like that they're
so
teammates.
that's the
they're
tease
right,
to
yeah.
me is that could be that
Could be
kind
that,
of
yeah, right.
kind of.
To
Yeah.
tie both of your, I'm not mad at it, very loosely together. Former Boston Celtic, who I would love to see as a pro wrestler, Nate Robinson.
True.
He's in the D League.
Yeah, quit the D League. Go
And
be
go
a
be a
wrestler.
wrestler.
He won't do it. He's too busy nailing porn stars.
Is that what he does?
Yeah, he dates like
good for
on
him.
and off dates porn stars.
Good
But
for Nate Robinson.
something tells me he could do that while he's wrestling.
He could also,
I
a
don't
lot of
think-
wrestlers also do that.
I mean, a New England Patriot did that in the off season a couple years ago.
It's true, and went to professional wrestling.
Yes.
Tied it all
So,
up. Tied it
all-
up.
all tied together.
Yeah, right. I think they're really fucking good, those kids, and I think they're going to be really good.
I think it will be really cool if they're both really good.
I think they're going to be.
If one of them is really good and the other one's like,
Kinda
hey,
not.
11, it's cool when you come in for
Right.
like 11 minutes a game.
Right,
Then
yeah.
7-11 falls by the wayside.
I think they're going to be really good, and I like that Isaiah Thomas tweeted after they got Gordon Hayward. They said 7, 11, 24 hours a day, or because Gordon Hayward's number 20, Isaiah's number 4, whatever, says like 7, 11, 24 hours a day, or whatever. And
Al Horford's like, dude.
yeah, guy's like, hey, he's like 42 $42 on pump 5, please. Like, so,
4 for 2, 4 for 2.
That actually would have been a really good tweet from Al Horford if that happened. Like $42 on pump 5, please. Just like
That'd be great.
just like, all right, loser, get out of here, average
no,
Al.
that would
you tried, Al.
Yeah, you
that
just tried.
would that would win.
That would have went over. Yeah.
He just added Isaiah, just like $42 on pump 5.
On pump 5, please. Please. So, no, it seems like the chemistry is great with the whole team right now. Isaiah's video doing the dancing, the mood right
With
now.
him and Gordon?
His wife posted.
No,
when
you're
his-
just saying, but him and Gordon,
him and Gordon seem cool. Like,
Yeah.
and they're
Did you
right-
notice the song?
Yeah.
It was too.
I got a really big team.
We
There's
got
some really big rings.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah. So that was
My
cool.
my favorite post was before the signing. Was the guy that got all upset and played the
Gobert.
Yeah, the post where
He's hosing
Celtics, like, it was like a cloverleaf shit.
Yeah, shit.
It's like,
yeah.
really, dude? Like,
It's like-
you're very creative.
Like, we had the best record in the East.
No,
Now, here's the thing.
Isaiah's response is better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 rings for Miami, 17 championships for the Boston, and it was like Utah.
He stole my emoji.
Yeah, he stole the Aaron emoji with the hands up.
Emoji
like,
shrug.
Huh? And then I like Hassan Whiteside, 2000 to 2017. They started to nitpick. It was
Yeah.
like, yeah, but like you don't. You
You
have
weren't
any
there
of
for
those.
any of those.
Like, you don't have any of those, Hassan. So that doesn't.
Well, that's what
fucking
someone
matter.
said about Isaiah, too.
Yeah, it's like 17.
Well, no, that's the
You don't
point. Like,
got any.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
You didn't got any.
Yeah, you done got none. But yeah, whatever. I mean, it was fun. The Isaiah's social. You brought it up 2 weeks ago. I'm not mad at it, and I feel like from that he's always been good. From that moment on, he has been fucking
He's
on
killer,
fire.
bro.
He put the eyes up again, and it was
He
like
is-
finally the eyes mean something. Like it was fucking Gordon Hayward.
I like him as a Celtic almost strictly because of his
Social media presence.
social media game.
Right. Naturally.
His Twitter game is on point.
So good. It's so good, and he's really really interactive,
And it
he's just
seems
fun.
like he really gives a fuck about the Celtics.
He's. That's what I was gonna say.
I was gonna say when we texted back and forth, I was like, I kind of feel like this guy needs to stay in Boston
Yeah.
for a
Well,
long
I mean,
time.
we'll see when contract things come
Yeah,
up how
yeah,
much he
yeah.
actually gives a fuck about the Celtics.
Yeah,
I mean, he'll want a max deal if
But
he's
it-
all NBA again. He's gonna want a max deal.
But it seems like he gives a fuck.
right. I think he really likes.
I don't
the
think he's
answer.
gonna take I don't think he's gonna go KD on us.
No, I don't think
But
he's KD. But I
He
don't
might
think
take
he'll
a
go Curry.
he might take
might
a small hometown discount.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to do either of those two. I don't think he'll take the super max, but I also don't think he'll.
He
take
definitely
a
isn't going
super-
to take. I don't think he's
super
going to
cheap
take a
deal either.
super max deal.
Right, that'd be crazy.
Because there were already rumors that he was like willing to take a thing for these 2 years or whatever,
right,
to see what the Celtics could bring in.
right,
And
right.
they've done their best. I mean, they
everything
brought
they
in Al
can do.
Horford.
Right.
They brought in Gordon Hayward.
2 years in a row,
They
you
drafted
essentially
7-Eleven.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I
you
was
got
gonna
a
say-
whole gas station
They have a whole
franchise.
franchise under the belt now.
Like, you ever need a hot dog at 2:00 in the morning?
need a windshield wiper. They got it.
Yeah, the commercials that they're going to get themselves.
They're going to be
into,
cleaning
7-Eleven
that
is gonna be
glass,
awesome.
cleaning the glass.
If 7-Eleven in the Boston area does not start running commercials,
with Tatum and Brown.
they are really missing
What
out
are you
Dumb.
doing? Right.
on an opportunity.
24 hours a day. Hey, can I get $42 on pump 5, please? That might be the name of the podcast. Just episode 27, 28. $42 on pump 5, please. So yeah, that's my I'm not mad at. What's yours? Did you do yours already?
No, I didn't. While Peyton Manning is filling his teammates' ears with hearing aids because he doesn't know a silent count, Tom Brady built a fucking football field at his house in Montana so that he could practice when there's no practices.
That's insane.
Yeah, the dude is the greatest.
Guy's an animal.
He built a fucking I mean, I'm not just talking about, he cleared a field and mowed the... There's lines and field goal posts and fucking...
Like he's going to go out there and practice his field goals?
A secret room. There's a fucking bathroom off to the side where he can deflate footballs. There's an entire fucking facility at his house in Montana so that he can invite Julian Edelman over for beers and practice.
Beers and balls.
I don't think...
Could you imagine...
He only drinks like freshly squeezed...
pineapples.
Beans.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Beets and kimchi.
But no, could you imagine like he just says like, "Hey guys, let's meet up out in Montana."
Right. He does every offseason. He invites them. Gronk was
well, doesn't
out
he
there.
always go? He usually goes out to
Cali,
California, but now he's going out to
Montana. I don't
Montana.
think he has that house anymore.
He's been to Montana the past 2 years.
Well, also,
his mom. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say it's because he's visiting family,
right? Because I know when
and that house in Montana, it's like you know how people buy like mountain houses like to go skiing. This house in Montana is at this place where you own a fucking mountain with your house. It's like, oh, no, that's my private mountain behind me.
That's awesome.
That's how Tom Brady's house in Montana is.
I wouldn't expect any less.
So as long as he doesn't do any skiing until he retires, we don't have any Sonny Bono situations.
He
still skis.
Does he? Jesus Christ!
He's jumping off cliffs in Costa Rica.
Oh my God! Please.
Yeah, I don't love any of that.
Don't pull a Roethlisberger.
Yeah,
please.
You don't want him to rape a chick in the bathroom?
No, I just don't want him to crash his motorcycle either.
I also don't want him to rape a chick in the bathroom. That is also true.
Come on. His wife, he's not doing that. Come on. He is not doing that. I'm talking about
what would happen
Brady.
if he did?
If he did, that'd be crazy.
Allegedly raped a chick.
What if he allegedly raped a chick in the bathroom?
Oh no, he did it.
What if Brady
he allegedly did it?
He definitely did it like twice because once you get involved in 2 or 3 different rumors, you
allegedly he was never convicted.
Yeah, we don't
paid off that story.
We don't want to be Colt Cabana getting sued by the WWE.
Roethlisberger, he raped a woman. He did.
Allegedly. Just like Peyton Manning allegedly took HGH.
If you found out Barry Sanders allegedly raped a woman, what does that do to his?
He would never.
Does he become on like the Aaron shit list? Like,
yes.
Do we get angry Aaron?
Yeah.
He would
what about like roughed her up?
Yeah,
just a little bit.
Aaron's morals are unwavering. What if he stiffed her on a punch?
I'm sorry.
What if he stiffed her on a date?
Watched too much shit as a kid, man.
About fucking like.
What if he stiffed her on a date and left her with the bill?
Right. What about that?
Okay, whatever. She walks home. I've always said, if you you guys want to go down this road with me, Okay. The whole thing that really started me to really get upset about a lot of these just famous people doing stupid shit like this. Right. And I call it stupid shit because you're fucking millionaires that could just walk away.
Right, yeah.
The first one that really set me off, Chris Brown beating the brakes off Rihanna for the simple fact that, she stole my keys, threw them out the window, and hit me. Right. Get out of the car and call a taxi. Right. You're a fucking millionaire.
Go pick up your keys.
No, walk away from the car. Leave her dumbass in the car.
Or bite her.
Or walk away.
Or bite her, beat her face in and smash it into the windshield.
Or beat her and bite her.
And then...
Those are my two choices.
Yeah.
I chose
and then walked away, or I could have beat him.
Yeah, and 2 weeks earlier, you were on Oprah's couch telling her how you grew up as a single mom's kid, watching her get beat by your father when you were a little kid, and how you don't think that that's okay, and you disapprove.
It's called a coinky dink.
Yeah, what a coinky dink. Yeah. Okay.
She made a rinky dink.
Yeah, now his latest ex-girlfriend has a restraining order against him for beating her up.
Hey, Chris Brown, you're crazy.
It's the same way.
You're probably crazy.
Chris Brown is a piece of shit.
It's the same way with fucking Chris Henry and how sad it was that he fell off the back of that truck. He was beating his fucking girlfriend. She was trying to get away from him. He jumped in the bed of the truck and fell out of it because she was going down a dirt road getting away from his dumbass.
Right.
Oh, he had brain problems. I have fucking brain problems. I'm not beating my fucking girlfriend.
That's true. You allegedly don't beat your girlfriend.
The fuck out of here.
to clear the record here, Aaron does not beat his girlfriend.
Yeah, my closing time was the eye roll Aaron just gave Dave after the allegedly comment.
That was going to be it. He allegedly does not beat his
You
girlfriend.
want to see me beat somebody,
The
Dave?
eye
Sorry.
roll- You ever seen those videos of Superman flying around the world?
Yeah.
Like he to reset
Yeah,
time or
reverse
whatever.
it. Yeah, reverse time.
So they just show Superman coming out and fly. That's how far Aaron's eyes rolled. They were just
all the way,
around the world.
Right, we couldn't even get back to the
It's
beginning
like
of
they
the
look
closing
like
time
slot
music.
machines. That's how hard the eye roll was.
No, I'm kidding, of course. What do you guys got for a closing time?
That wasn't my actual closing time.
Oh, well,
My eye rolls?
Your eye rolling wasn't my actual closing time.
I'll do mine real quick so you guys can fucking fight amongst yourselves. Mine's 444, the Jay-Z album that came out.
Did you actually get to listen to it?
I have it.
I
don't want to explain
to it yet.
how or why I have it.
Through illicit means.
I may have a membership to Tidal.
Oh, all right. I had a membership for Tidal when Kanye's album came out.
Yeah, or I might not.
Oh, okay. So you lied to me.
Yeah,
allegedly. You allegedly have a membership to Tidal.
Membership. Yeah, so we'll let that mystery
Do you have a
settle.
Sprint phone?
I do not have a Sprint phone.
All right, so you have to have one of the two. Because
one or the other. But it's fucking good.
I've heard nothing but good things.
It is really
I have
good.
heard one song.
Yeah, OJ?
The story of OJ.
Yeah.
I watched the video, the cartoon.
OJ's like, I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay.
Aaron eye roll.
Yeah,
Aaron eye roll.
Aaron eye roll.
And then,
okay. I love that. It's a very, very positive album. It's like, I read this really cool article talking about how they broke it down. What's this, Aaron? No, what do you got?
You want to segue into it. That motherfucker on video gets the shit beaten out of him by his fucking girlfriend's, his fucking wife's sister.
Right.
That dumb bitch beats the fuck out of him.
Well, he was
stands
cheating on her.
Huh?
He was cheating on her.
I
have no problem with both of that.
But all right, I'm not getting into that,
right?
Because that's a whole nother fucking segue,
right?
But come on, that motherfucker took a beating
That's how you do
and
it.
walks off the
That's
fucking
how you do
elevator
it,
like
right.
she wasn't even there.
Because he's the fucking man.
That's what I mean.
Right, Jay-Z's the greatest.
How can you not watch that video and go, I'm going to do that when that happens to me?
No, Jay-Z's the man. Absolutely. The album is so positive, though, because like I was saying, there's a really cool article I read that said like he does such a good job of setting the trend for like black culture. Like, no longer wearing jerseys, right? Remember when jerseys were on everybody? Like Nelly was wearing two of them.
I feel like that was a mistake. I mean, I think I would be glad to go back to the jersey thing.
I don't,
You think so?
I don't want to tell you like how many women are like very bad fashion choice for men. They don't find jerseys
Yeah, they don't love
attractive.
it. And Jay-Z was like, I'm ending that. I don't do that anymore.
I mean, I like jerseys, but
Yeah,
that's because
I
I
own
like
some.
wearing my
I'm
jersey.
not trying to impress any other women. Kind of locked down in that department, so I'm all for the jerseys again.
Right.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
they're cool.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. But Jay said like, hey, no more jerseys. It's a 3-piece suit for me or whatever, right? And then everyone was just sort of like, well, he kind of made jerseys not cool or whatever. And then like he says, hey, death of auto-tune. Then the auto-tune music kind of slowed down where all rappers stopped auto-tuning. You know what I mean? There's still guys that do it.
T-Pain's career just kind of went down the shit.
And then he started doing actual acoustic music,
Yeah.
like which is crazy, like without the auto tune. So then he kind of put the death to the auto tune, and like a lot of things he says, he's just sort of like, hey, like, oh yeah, by the way, I don't drink this alcohol anymore. And then it's like, oh well, come to find out, Cristal's liquor sales is way down or whatever, because Jay-Z kind of said in the song once, I don't drink that anymore. And they're like, oh well, fuck it, if Jay's not drinking it, whatever. He's a big time trendsetter. In this whole,
I still want to buy a bottle of that just to
Crystal.
find out.
Yeah,
Cristal.
yeah, Cristal.
Breaking news is probably not worth it.
Yeah, this just in.
Jay-Z said it wasn't good.
Yeah. Jay-Z said it wasn't good. This whole album is about like black society, buy land, start a business, do things for yourself, like become your own freedom, your own.
Yeah,
like,
he says a little bit of that stuff in the story of OJ. Like,
yeah, right. And he like results to like how he had the affair with his wife and how he felt afterwards and having kids.
He talks about the elevator incident.
Talks about the elevator incident. Yeah, and
you knew you were pushing buttons, but you did it anyway, or something like that.
Right,
like,
and he comments on everything.
He
It's
kind of
very
like
real and
rips
transparent.
himself apart for a lot of the album. Like
I
his
mean,
mistakes.
to be honest, when I listen to Eminem, I hear a lot of him like kind of yelling at himself. Even though he's talking about physically harming his wife,
right?
He's talking about how fucked up it is to do that because he lets Dre say it to him,
right?
Even though Dre beat his wife,
right.
So anyway, go back to it. Sorry,
D Barnes, but it's just a really powerful album. It's
I guess I'll have to listen.
It's a big time like African American culture.
Well, now I don't want to listen to it. I'm joking.
It's called you racist
444. Boston.
It's called.
No, I want to check it out.
It's called 444 because that was the time he woke up to write the song 444, which is about him cheating on Beyonce.
Really?
Yeah. So he woke up and looked at the clock, and it was 4:44, and that's when he had the
idea in his mind
to write the song, which Jay-Z doesn't write.
Right.
He writes in his head.
Right.
So
he must have.
That's when he thought of the song.
He has endless brain paper, but
they say that's where his name came from. His name came from Jazzo, who was his.
Right.
But the old myth is that he used to ride the J to Z train on whatever, and then he couldn't write because he was on the train.
Right.
He didn't have paper with him, so he would memorize his stuff. And then then that documentary for the Black album,
Fade to Black.
Rick Rubin's on there, and he talks about how
right
he's never met a rapper who holds as much songs in his head as.
And there's even on that same one where he's walking around Timbaland's house waiting for Timbaland to finally give him a beat that he actually liked, and he's dropping fucking beat. Yeah. I mean, and there's like Blueberry Yum Yums on there.
There's a ludicrous The Potion.
The Potion. That's the one. It was Blueberry Yum. Yeah, you're right. The Potion. And then he kind of was like. And
then he gets stirred off your shoulders.
Right. And then he's like, yeah. And then he was like, oh. And then Tim's like, nah. And then and he's like, no, go back.
He's eating like a banana.
Yeah.
Timbaland's like eating a banana. He's like, you ain't got the bounce.
Yeah, right.
You ain't got the bounce.
You ain't got the bounce. And
then, I ain't got no bounce. And he hits like,
so he hits it again.
Then Timbaland starts going like this, like moving
all
weird.
Really, really an uncomfortable scene.
Yeah.
But the album's
it's uncomfortable
really
to watch him with no shirt on.
Yeah, that's a little weird. Yeah, that's a little weird. But also there's a bunch of religious ties to the 444 too that some people were saying that makes a lot of sense for him. Like,
is that like he worships Satan and is a Freemason stuff?
No.
Because there's that stuff.
There's also that stuff. There's a lot of that stuff. No, but it's like, the book of like Matthew 444, John 444. Although all the 444s kind of make sense, and it's like one is about how
much he loves Satan.
Like a prophet will never perish or a prophet will never succeed in his own country. Is like one of the quotes or whatever, right? And then another one says that there was some story about like the legend of this person is in another book's 444, and the last one I think it was like Matthew 444 says
Jay-Z worships Satan,
and Jay-Z, but that was it.
Yeah,
and,
Matthew 444.
It says Jesus.
Thy JFZ worships Satan.
And then the last one was that Jesus went to the church to tell the exciting news or whatever. So it was kind of like the coming of like the development of Jay-Z, and then here comes the good word or whatever. Like if you go through all the different 444s, it kind of tells a story that you could apply to Jay-Z. But that's a stretch.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. That's a much more interesting story about the Beyonce thing. I didn't know that.
That's what he said. That's from Jay-Z.
That's from Jay-Z.
Mine is New Japan / ROH Ring of Honor, just taking over the goddamn world of professional wrestling. They had the beginning of the G1 and also the U.S. Championship of New Japan, and lo and behold, the guy I've been championing for a long time, Kenny Omega, won the fucking U.S. title. He's also Canadian.
What?
But
he likes his bacon round. I'm out.
They had a big match with the guy that Kenny Omega's had a tough time toppling, which is Okada. He had a big match with Cody Rhodes, which is the ROH heavyweight champion, also son of Dusty Rhodes. And they put on a great match. Omega did fucking awesome, wrestled twice in 2 nights. They're putting on a fucking great show, and they just did 2 shows in California, co-promoted it with ROH. Then they're going to go back to Japan, do some shows in Japan, maybe pop up again, maybe either in California again or maybe towards the Midwest. Slowly move into the U.S. market. I don't think we're ever going to see Kenny Omega.
Are we going to see
as a WWE wrestler?
Are we going to see that stuff on television? Like
it's on TV right now. Like you can either order on their website, the New Japan website.
Is it in Japanese though?
No, they do have a English commentary, which is done by good old JR, Jim Ross,
really,
and Josh Barnett.
They also have a network
guy who was just on Rogan.
Yes, they do the commentary.
He did talk about pro wrestling while he was
a
on
lot.
Rogan.
Yeah, he loves pro wrestling.
They have a $10 a month subscription network.
Yes, they do.
Did you say that?
Yeah, I didn't get to say it, but they do.
He said you can order it online.
You can order it on their website.
So sort of like the WWE network, where it has all their stuff like on demand. You can watch their events. You can whatever.
And then
so if you're really into it, for $10, you have all access.
Is their roster like better than the WWE's?
I would say this: they're allowed to do more. WWE has
that's a good way to put it.
A set style, and this is what they want to do, and this is what you can and cannot do, and you have to talk this much. And do.
How many of them are Japanese?
Not all of them. I mean, they call Americans or people that are not Japanese gaijins, which is what Kenny Omega is. Kenny Omega, for the longest time, his whole character is very
I like guys that talk on the like.
Yeah, no, talkers. He's a heel. Oh, dude,
you would like Kenny Omega.
He just talks so much shit.
How many of them are in New Japan that I'll actually understand? You know what I mean?
He makes appearances. All right, so even some of the Japanese wrestlers, like there's the guy that's in the WWE right now, Shinsuke Nakamura. He was in New Japan. He can speak English.
Oh, all right.
It's not great.
Some of them aren't great English, but they can fucking talk. Right. And the whole point is, they don't have to talk to get you to what. Like when in the match, they'll spit in your face.
It's crazy.
They take it to a whole nother level when it comes to physicality, and they don't have to get blood. They can go 30 minutes, and every minute of the match, you're sitting there going, "Holy shit!"
Like the holy shit chance there.
I've never seen the matches.
And now ROH is is kind of the American version of it. Difference is New Japan is basically the show in Japan. It's the big show in Japan.
If it comes to the United States, like
they're making their move now.
Do you think it'll be under the Ring of Honor? Like if it becomes, do you think they dump the New Japan name?
No, I think if they're going to take over and if ROH is going to get absorbed into the New Japan.
Yeah, but do you think maybe they take the ROH name?
Nope.
Because
I think they keep
it. You think they'll keep New Japan if they're American based?
They've built it on that. That's the way they're going to keep it.
I feel like ROH is more of a global name. Like Ring of Honor has more, as opposed to like as a person who watches wrestling strictly from the outside. When I hear New Japan Pro Wrestling, I think of Japanese people, and like I'm not interested in watching Japanese people wrestle. I want to see people I understand.
So just instead of that, they'll just do. Instead of like how we say ROH, WWE, it would just be NJP, PW. That's how they abbreviate it anyway. That's what they'll just call it. But to be honest, my point is like they're doing it. Hopefully they're doing it the right way. They're going to just keep slowly building into America, not just like, hey, we're going to try this and see what happens.
Yeah.
Like TNA's tried to do, where you just try to like you get the big contracts, you do this, you do that, and you throw WCW, you just throw all this money at it, and then within 10 years you're fucking imploded. Mm-hmm. You have to slowly build it.
They have good announcers.
I was going to say that's for their big shows. For their normal shows, they have Don Callis. He used to wrestle. He was also the Jackal on WWE. He was a manager. He was a heel manager. He does a podcast with Lance Storm called Killing the Town. They kind of wrestled and grew up in the same kind of area. Lance Storm obviously started with Chris Jericho and are close friends. That's how they're on the Jericho Network.
Yeah.
But just that and like seeing Cody Rhodes just and he can't be called Cody Rhodes. He's Cody. He can't own his own last name because
Of WWE.
WWE owns
Contracts.
Cody Rhodes, but they don't own Cody. His wife can go by her name, but he can't go by his full name.
Wow.
He can only go by Cody. But you can say Cody.
So is it just a different brand
Rhodes.
of wrestling? Because like the only wrestling products I've ever seen are WWE, which I don't really watch. I watched a long time ago, and Lucha Underground.
Okay.
Those are the only two. And Lucha Underground to me is a very different style of
It is
wrestling.
too. That's a different style than Japan.
Because it's more high flying and acrobatic.
Yeah, you're talking about
and-
Lucha Libre is a little bit more high flying. Sometimes a stiff work rate, so similar to New Japan when it comes to like the stiff shots, the hard chops to the chest.
So it's like they're really like
kind of, they lay it in a little bit, a little bit more. And they're just. I just feel that they're allowed to do more. There's nothing holding them back. Like I think you'd love the Young Bucks. They're a great tag team that like they're huge in ROH. They're the ones that wrestled the day before WrestleMania. They wrestled the Hardy Brothers and beat them for the ROH championships.
the Ring of Honor. That's where the Hardy Brothers were doing the broken thing.
They were doing that in Impact / TNA now, and then they were starting to do it in ROH. ROH got a cease and desist order from Impact, and one of their pay-per-view providers actually dropped them for a show because they were afraid of being sued. They still have a court case out with Impact Wrestling,
even though the Hardys are gone,
because they feel that they own that character. But also, I mean, what are you going to do? You can't put the broken character on anybody else. They're not the Hardys.
Yeah.
But anyway, my point was they're making a huge inroads to America, put on a great show.
Well, I think having Kenny Omega as you're a U.S. champion.
Yeah, that opens up a lot of doors. There was a big meme going around, a big thing on Twitter is like, who's your, if you dream match, who's your U.S. champion? And they put up WWE's U.S. champion, and obviously New Japan's U.S. champion.
Who is the WWE?
It is Kevin Owens, a.k.a. Kevin Steen, formerly of ROH.
So that's probably a good match.
It would be a great match.
Because Kevin Owens is pretty highly touted as a wrestler, too.
Yes, he was a indie darling like Kenny Omega.
I remember him in the very few NXT matches I watched not that long ago.
He's a big guy that can work.
Yeah, he's chubby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's a chubby dude.
Yeah, and his wife's gorgeous. Good for him.
Dad bod season.
Yeah. They made him change his name when he came to WWE from Kevin Steen. Steen's I think is his real last name. He's also.
I feel like Kevin Owens is a better name.
It's what's funny is his son's first name is Owen.
Oh, all right.
He named him after. Anybody? Owen Hart. Yeah. So he and his favorite wrestler growing up was Shawn Michaels.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Full circle, Dave.
It all works out.
But no, he changed it because his kid, and then that's kind of what got him huge in the WWE was his son watching a video of watching live his dad getting to wrestle his favorite wrestler, John Cena, and seeing how crazy that was.
Well, that was kind of weird because you only saw Kevin Owens wrestling like by himself. You can't see John Cena, so
it's true.
So his kid just watched his dad dance around a ring by himself.
Right, that's true because you can't see that.
You can't see John Cena.
And actually can slide into the ring.
Unlike LeVar Ball.
Yes. Full circle.
Segue into my closing time. But LeVar Ball, his family are now going to be the Kardashians of the NBA. Just not on the E! Network. It's going to be on Facebook.
I'm going to tell you something.
So a website that you use and you use.
Mm-hmm. I'll delete it.
I use.
I'll delete it.
Well, how are we going to do the Messenger then?
I'll delete it. I can use the Messenger. I don't have to watch on anything on Facebook.
That pretty much all of our listeners probably use.
Right.
Our whole Facebook group is going to be subjected to looking at LeVar Ball and his family and watching Facebook television of them.
Do you want to jump all over me right now?
You're cool with it?
I'll watch.
He's excited.
I'll watch.
I'll watch.
I want to get to know the Cooper Manning of the Ball family.
LiAngelo.
LiAngelo.
Or LaMelo.
You don't want to wait for
LiAngelo.
you don't want to wait for the
LaMelo.
Manning documentary that we got. You don't want to wait for that somewhere down the road.
Is there a Manning documentary?
Didn't they do a documentary?
Is that the name of it?
No. But didn't they do like a 30 for 30 about like the whole family?
If they did,
I think they did
like
do a
loosely
thing.
about like it was basically about Peyton about Eli, but like they started from the dad and worked their way down.
Did they bring up Peyton putting his dick in the lady's face?
No, they did not mention that. They just mentioned how great of a quarterback he was.
Seems weird. Did they bring up his
HGH use?
His HGH use?
No, I think they probably made that around that time, so they didn't really want to.
Oh, a little odd. Did they bring up the earbud thing? No.
When he was a rookie, did the offensive lineman have to use illegal earbuds? Do you
Did they
remember?
bring that up?
Was that part of the story?
I thought that was it his rookie year that he did that?
Yeah, supposedly. Did they bring that up? No? That seems a little weird, huh? What about
Omaha?
What about the Colts?
But do you think
putting,
Brady's?
What about the Colts putting crowd noise into the stadium?
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't in there. No?
I cannot wait in 10 or 15 years for the Deflategate
documentary.
30 for 30.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Oh my god,
it's gonna be amazing.
I cannot wait. I want the fucking blacked out face, shadow. Oh yeah, I spoke to Tom Brady, but you know what I mean. They'll have the whole voice anonymous thing.
No, they won't. No, they won't. Somebody will flat out admit to it.
No, there will be some people that do. I don't even say admit. I don't think there's anything to admit. I think the NFL fucking screwed up. But
no, I mean they're going to flat out admit like we fucking dropped the ball on this one.
But I think you'll have
literally
guys
balls intended
that are still in the business that are like, I don't want to be seen.
Yeah,
I'll tell you the
better
story.
take on this. So my closing time, LeVar Ball. They have a show coming to Facebook.
Once again, how much we really care about it.
Better take though. Whenever they do that show, those shows where they have to blur out the guy's face and they put the thing on their voice, they should make him sound like Sean Connery.
That would be amazing.
As opposed to the deep voice, just be like. Have a Sean Connery voice. That would be better.
That'd be good. Suck it, Trebek. Yeah. Just add that in randomly. That's about it, right?
Yeah, LeVar Ball has a
long show.
I do kind of like that Facebook's getting into television, though.
Me too. So they're talking about some real exclusive programs, which is cool.
Why?
Same reason why, like Netflix being in television.
Because I don't have to pay for Facebook.
No,
and
I
if
get
I can
that.
watch
They'll probably
shit,
offer a TV service.
That's what I'm saying. I don't.
Yeah,
I already have
but if
that.
it's gonna be $8,
you have my wallet. That's it.
Netflix is like, yeah, you could watch it, but we're gonna take $8, and I was like. Take $8,
right? And we'll also let you
mean
borrow
$8 a month.
You can watch shit. And we'll also let you borrow shit if you want. Like you can.
Shit, I spend $5.40 every morning on a coffee and a bagel. You can have $8 a month
and entertain me for the rest of my life.
Yeah, it's better than $800 from my cable company.
That is true. Again, I want to thank the gentleman, Adam Griffin, the man, the myth, the legend behind NEWeatherClothingCo.com.
The reason I'm not currently wearing a winter parka.
You know what I didn't drop in the promo earlier in the show? It felt like that long ago.
Promo code?
The promo code. I did notice that actually, but I was like, maybe he didn't want to do it yet.
So
now we get a double dip a little.
We get to double dip. We're going to go right back into NEWeatherClothingCo.com. You can go on his Facebook shop. If you go on the website and you go to shop, it'll lead you to his Facebook. And he has a Facebook store, and his website shop is under construction right now. He's working on getting that up and going. But on Facebook.com/NEWeatherClothingCo, you can shop. And when you go to checkout, if you put in the code word BSNerds and then the number 17, so BSNerds 17, that'll get you 10% off any purchase, not just your first one, just every time you want to buy something. Use our code. Go check out his fucking clothes, man. It's awesome. He's got a really cool logo. He's got some really nice designs, and he's even made 2 exclusive BS Nerds colorways for his snapback hats. It doesn't say BS Nerds on them. It's just his regular hats, but the colorways themselves, he has the Celtics green with a white logo, and then he has a Boston Red Sox-ish type navy blue with the red font. It's also kind of like Patriots resembling as well.
Yeah, you could
mix the two.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. It also looks like a WB Mason brand, kind of, looking at it now. But it's a really nice navy blue, that bright red for the Red Sox or Patriots, whatever. And he has the Celtics version. He made those specifically for any of our listeners that wanted to get some Boston sports colorways. So.
Go check this stuff out, because I would tell you guys if it was shit, and it's not shit.
It's not shit.
It looks good. I'm going to buy a hat or 2 or 5. That bucket The bucket hat is
bucket
really
hat.
speaking to me.
It's a nice bucket
On a cellular level. I can feel my cells vibrating when I look at it.
There you go.
And I'm going to buy the tank top.
He's going tank.
Apparently,
Me and
you
Dave had this
gentlemen don't
conversation.
have the
Yeah.
physique for it, but I
don't have
don't
a
care.
tank body.
Sure,
I have the tank body.
Yeah,
That's
you
why
do.
I'm okay with it.
Aaron is a tank. So he
There's
just
like
puts
a
the top.
level
He
of
puts the top on that tank, and he's all set.
There's like a level of size you have to reach or be below
Right.
to be a tank body.
If
It's
you're
like,
a tweener,
yeah, which
the tank top is awkward.
Yeah, I'm in the tween.
Right.
I gotta have sleeves, man.
So
I'm a sleeve guy.
big?
I gotta
Is
have
that what
sleeves.
No, you fit the width.
You have to be a certain.
Like you gotta have a
Build.
shape. Yeah, build. Yeah, that's a good word.
There's
for
either
it.
a big build,
certain girth?
yeah,
girth.
girth.
That's it. You have plenty. You
For
have
some reason, when I hear the word girth, I instantly go dirty.
right.
That's why I said
Yeah,
it.
there's no like no one's like, man, look at the girth of that banana.
Look
like
at the
it's-
girth of this bottle.
Right. Yeah. It's always like
Exactly.
God, like he wasn't that long, but had a lot of girth. You know, whatever. Like, whatever.
There's a great read for advertising.
So anyweatherclothingco.com. Get tanks if you're girthy. That's the new promo.
Get tanks if you're girthy.
Get tanks if you're girthy.
So what is the promo code again?
BS Nerds 17.
No dots.
No dots.
Why are
Just-
there no fucking dots?
Why are there no fucking dots? BS Nerds 17. Go
No
check
dots.
him out. And we really don't have much sports wise coming up. So we'll sort of try and do some oddball stuff.
Big
like this.
Three basketball.
Big Three basketball nonstop. That'll get us through
Hi,
the
welcome
summer.
to the Big Three basketball podcast.
Just, yeah. And we'll kind of find different. I want to do another Joe Knows. I want to do some other segments here. So we'll do some stuff to kill some time and do an awesome
I do
podcast.
have a slight announcement for Joe's Fantasy Field Goal.
Oh, here we
Since
go.
it's
Teaser.
July now.
Yeah. Are we going weekly?
No, we're still bi-weekly. One
Motherfucker.
more month.
Right.
Till August. But I'm going to put it out there, and I'll start laying the groundwork for it. We are going to have a Joe's Fantasy Field Goal Fantasy Football League for the listeners.
There you go.
So I'm going to set it up.
I like it.
I'll update you guys on maybe the next fantasy football or one of the fantasy football or the fantasy field goals coming up.
So I'm going number 1, Aaron Rodgers.
But I would expect that the other two nerds will be in the league as well as
Right, of
a
course.
few more listeners.
You're going to want to be in the
How many-
league with me.
how
Because
many
I'm
teams are you
constantly picking up and dropping guys.
It's true. Yeah, just
Aaron?
and he's perfect at letting a guy go that's gonna have a big week
Aaron,
this week.
we already disagree on the greatest of all time. I swear to God, if you take a quarterback in the first round,
Of the three of us,
If I have the number 1 pick,
he's going Rodgers. Like if he's,
I'm going Tom Brady,
He won't
just
even go
number one.
Brady
Very
just
obvious.
to piss him off. Like, I'll
He's-
take Rodgers first. Like,
he's never listened to a single episode.
oh, yeah. Yeah, that is a great podcast that you do. I really do like that. And you've come a long way from your first one to the one now.
Thank you.
There's a lot of progress there. And what else was the other thing I wanted to say? How many teams do you want to do? And is this like open to the public? 100
10 or
teams?
12.
Like
It's no.
100
It's
teams?
going to be a first come, first serve.
Yeah, 10 or 12 teams.
10 or
something like
12, and
That's fair.
please don't join if you're just going to give up on it halfway through. Let's
You
try and
piece-
keep.
You piece of shit.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
if
Try
I'm
and,
playing for last place, I'm playing hard.
try and stay with
I'm
it.
playing to win.
What do we get? What's the benefit?
Social media second shout out.
There you go.
And a hug.
A hug from Aaron. Guaranteed hug. I hope I win.
I will buy. How about this? I will personally supply any weather clothing hat of your choice if you win.
That's it.
Wow.
That's good.
All right.
I'll throw in on that.
All right.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
$7 each or whatever. And that's the thing about his clothes is it's not even fucking expensive.
No.
Like for a guy that's
By
starting.
the
up
way,
his
if
own
you
brand-
win and you don't pick a bucket hat,
yeah, you're out. Sorry.
I mean, I'll buy you the hat anyway, but you made the wrong choice.
Yeah, you made the wrong choice.
Joe's fantasy field goal tip 1 of next week.
If you don't pick that,
If you don't pick the
buy a
fucking
bucket hat.
bucket hat when you win,
if you don't pick that, we're giving you a pink one.
Right. Yeah, you're gonna.
You
a
get
pink
the
one.
fucking.
no, I'll buy you whatever hat you want.
I
but
can get Adam to make you pink one. Like I can. We'll get you pink one. That's true.
I'll buy you whatever hat you want, but
That's
but
cool.
go
That's a
with
good
the
deal.
bucket.
That's a really good idea. Adam will like that too because I get some purchase. So
Yeah.
that'll be good and spread out. So
Well, Adam, I'm definitely buying at least one hat.
yeah, that is locked in now.
Yeah.